Everybody, welcome to the PlayStation Tournament Street Fighter V one-on-one Fight Nights Invitational Cup here for North America. My name is Ultra David. I'll be taking you through this along with Jammers. What's up, man?
Hey, David. It's been quite some time since I last spoke to you. I think the last time, it was Evo. It feels so long ago now, but it felt like it was just yesterday. But yeah, good to be here and talk about some more Street Fighter. And I'm in your neck of the woods, talking about some lovely North American players. I mean, it's going to be great to see who we've got tonight. Isn't that right, David?
Yeah, thanks a lot for staying up late with us. I know that it's a few hours later in the time zones over there than it is for me. For me, it's a cool 6 p.m. No big deal, but you're already on tomorrow hours, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. It's 2 in the morning here. Let me look at my clock. Yeah, it's 2 in the morning here, and I'm going to be here for a little while. But hey, we're gamers. We stay up late, and we like talking about our lovely fighting game and be passionate about them. So hey, roll on the Street Fighter, baby.
Well, let's talk about what we got going on. Well, let's talk about briefly the format for what we're going to be doing here. We have had open qualifiers, and now we're down to the top 8, which means that we're going to be doing a double elimination bracket with these 8 players. We're going to be marching through an 8-person bracket that will have both winner's side and loser's side. It's going to be best of 3 until, of course, we get into the top 3, where, as per standard practice, it will be best of 5.
Yeah, and you know what it is with the Street Fighter V, these best of 3s can be dangerous for anyone. Just about anyone can win it. But when we get to the final stages, winners finals, losers finals, and grand finals, that's when the guys got a little bit more time to download the opponents and have a little bit more of their strategy unfold and show the best of their abilities as players. But you know, I cannot wait, because this is what happens. You can see it there. That is what the prizing is right now. $500 prize pool split between the top 4. First place taking $200, second place taking $150, third place taking $100, and fourth place taking $50. So it's good to see that 4 of these players will be walking away with some sort of change, David.
Half of them are going to be in the money. Pretty sweet. And let's talk about which players are going to be up to get that money. We have 8, as we have said for you. Again, these have been through open qualifiers. So to start off at the top there, we're going to have Kaifon 2106 versus Chocali, who a couple of Mexican players, which is going to be cool to see. I'm not too familiar with them. I'm sure there's going to be a lot to learn from. Shadow Ace 50 and Yanoob is Kaven Ethan, a strong player here in SoCal. We're also going to have underscore 87 FGC versus Gen 1 EV. That's USA versus USA as well. And then we'll have El Gavilan 181 versus Flux Waves. That's USA versus Canada.
Ooh, okay, interesting bracket here, interesting lineup. Like we said, only 4 players are going to be in the money. I'm actually curious to see how the Mexican players will get along with each other there, because I believe Chocali plays Carly, I kind of spit on his name there. I think his opponent, Kaifon 2106, I think he is a Super Diamond Sakura online. It could be a lot better than we expect his rank to be online, but it'll be curious to see how these guys unfold. And I'm familiar with 1 or 2 other faces, maybe 2 names on here I haven't quite heard of. But again, this is what's to be about these tournaments, right? The online warriors come out and they want to play for that prize money.
Yeah. So, just in trying to do some research on the players here, as far as these 2 who we're going to be seeing first, Kaifon and Chocali, they have both showed up for CPT events in the past. They both showed up for MetaView Mondays in the past, one of the regional locals that we have out here in North America. They've had their own World Warriors, of course, as has been going on all across the world, and they've been entering that stuff as well. So there are definitely some results to look for here from previously. Oh, from the Yucatan as well. Here's Kaifon. Sakura is indeed the character that we're expecting.
All right, yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Age 34, nearly in the mid-30s.
A baby!
I like it.
Yeah, a little guy.
34 years young. That's what we got to be saying. 34 years young, still playing. Interesting pick to stay with Sakura, because, over time, she's turned into an average character. Not for, like just being nerfed or buffed or whatever. It's just how the character cast or the roster has just unfolded over time. So it's great to see that there's still people out there playing Sakura. But then we move over to Chocali. This is his stats here. Younger, 7 years younger, age 27. And he's got the Nakali repping it there. A much better character in this final season of Street Fighter V, David.
From Mexico City as well, as you can see right there. I like that we're getting a little view of where the players are actually from in Mexico. It's pretty cool to see. I like that. As far as the characters go, Sakura and Nakali, I really like Nakali this season. I agree with you. I think this is not only the best that he's been maybe since the first season, but also the most interesting, in my opinion, throughout Street Fighter V that he's been. I really like where he's at. And Sakura, Yeah, I feel like that's a character that if you are a Sakura fan and you would like to play Sakura, you can do it really well. She's very effective if you'd like to. Other people who I think briefly were playing her and kind of have moved on have done so because, you know, if you want to play that style, you know, maybe Luke or something is a better choice. But if you want to play Sakura, you can absolutely do that and do it well.
Well, I think he just explained it probably in the best way possible, right? If you're a fan, then stick with Sakura. But there is better firepower out there right now. The Karen, you know, Luke. Hey, you know what? Some people may even like put Lucia in that bracket in terms of aggressiveness.
Oh, yeah?
And
okay.
Listen, Lucia has been causing a little bit of trouble in your Street Fighter leagues and in other matchups where she's just classed as a counter pick. But Sakura, again, like I said, I don't think there's anything really wrong with her at the moment. Yeah. She has one of the best 4-frame buttons in the game with her standing right kick, good damage output. You know, they buffed V-Trigger 2 to make it kind of match V-Trigger 1 in some capacity in terms of damage output, but V-Trigger 1 is the safer, more consistent one. There's things there that are not wrong. It's just that, oh, you're being overshadowed right now by the better characters with better crouching beating kicks and, you know, better buttons in general.
I think one thing you cannot sleep on, and, you know, of course nobody does with her, is her movement. Her walk speed and her back walk speed. And if you're a grappler, if you're trying to make mix-ups happen, or if you're a character who has relatively stubby buttons, this character walks right backwards out of what you would like to do, and that's Necalli. So I'm a little worried on that front, but of course right up close, already here's Necalli.
All right, already trapped in the corner, gets the crush counter. We are looking at stun here, and he's probably going to do a combo into the target combo, yeah, and then go for the ground pound. Safe situation here. One command grab, second one for the sake of it. He tried. He might have tried there. He's gone with V-Trigger 2 here, David, as Kaifon.
I see that. Okay, well, he's making this pressure work now. Just like that stun is an issue?
No way. Do delayed back.
It's not enough. It's not enough. Yeah, it's good. Oh, what a challenge, and not in the trigger. Okay.
Okay, I think that hard kick might have been a missed input there, because if that was intentional, that was a very big risk to try and get the stun. There were safer ways of doing that. There you go, there's a throw. Let's wait again. No anti-air there from Chocali.
It's been a problem for him a couple of times already. Oh yeah, blocked and bust through. Here we go.
Oh, block! Can he get the
big reads?
Ooh, okay, hold on a minute here, David. Activates the V-trigger. No back throw, though.
Well, you can see how worried Choco was, though, about maybe a DP or something. He really blocked, even after his own activation.
Okay, he's going to go for the throw loop here. Played it safe with the Oki. And just walks away.
Oh, yeah? Wow.
Nice.
Interesting that maybe that EXDP Kaifon did, or maybe there's familiarity between these players in the first place. Maybe really froze Chocali. After his own activation, he did nothing, and then there, he totally let Kaifon steal a turn to take the dub.
For sure, and another reversal there from Kaifon, and he tried to dash forward. That could have been punished because Necalli does have a 3-frame button, or 2 at that matter. And there was another Hail Mary sweep, but it's actually put Chocali in a very good position here. One command grab will probably put him in a better position.
Oh, what a catch. Block punish? No, that's going to be punished as well. Okay. So that's Choco ends up taking game number 1, but yeah, that really could have gone the other way.
And this is what's interesting about these two characters are a very good example of doing this, especially Sakura in her V-Trigger 2, when she tries to punish things, especially with like a light. If you mistime it or get the timing wrong into inputting the V-Trigger 2 Tatsu, you're going to be like -10, and that's going to put you in a detrimental position. And that's very tough. That's one of the reasons why I probably tell Sakura players to shy away from that V-Trigger. I know the damage output looks nice, it's very tempting, but there's safer ways of doing it, and if you want the big damage, you have to understand there's going to be limitations or big risks to what you want to do.
If you're there with consistent hit confirms, then I like that, but that doesn't really seem what Kaifon has gone for. Instead, it seems more like, you know, trying out a button into Tatsu, whether he's in trigger or not, but not really hit confirming into it so far is what it seems.
Yeah, and again, that's one of the things like Kusanagi would tell you, Naman would have told you when he was still playing Sakura at the time. Anyone that's a Sakura specialist would tell you, it's like, look, if you're going to play that V-Trigger 2, hit confirming is essential because, you know, that's probably the move you're cancelling into is probably one of the most negative moves that'll put you in trouble. And it leaves you right in the opponent's face. So they're going to get any sort of punish they want to, right? They're going to be super comfortable. But they're going into game 2 here, and yeah, same characters. Kaifon didn't really do much wrong. I think, like you said, he rattled Chocali a little bit, but it didn't look like it kind of threw him off the rails, you know?
I mean, it really could have gone the other way in that game. We could have had Kaifon up here 1-0 as the players have switched. It looks like which sides they're on.
right, gets the counter hit there with the frame trap for standing BD kick. Yeah, he keeps pressing a 3 frame and he's getting hit by a counter hit standing.
No!
Oh boy. Looking good here.
Oh, yeah, what a mash! Kaifon.
Yeah, he's blocking now, but then he's going to introduce the command grab later. If he's not careful, gets a forward throw.
Okay, very important to see that answer. That was a problem in game number 1. There were 2 big jumps that Kaifon had into Choco this time. Shut down. Got match point for Choco.
And Stakra does have good jumping, so I don't blame Chakali for getting his timings wrong on the NTM. I really don't.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Perfectly timed. Went for the fully invincible option there with the Raging Light. Trying to go, yeah, sweep for sweep, blow for blow, pound for pound. Not really working here for Kaifon.
Big chance.
He's looking for that crush counter, but Chakali's being super patient at the moment.
Another chance. Oh, okay, his own DP. He's not afraid.
Actually, it's the V-trigger. Yeah, good check there with the medium punch into this guidance. Another reversal. Let's fly. I've lost count of how many reversals he's done, David, but this might be the round.
It sure is. And Choco is going to take it 2-0. Moving on.
Well played there from Chokali. Good stuff there from Kaifon as well. Commiserations. It was unfortunate, but it was just a case of, I think, after the first game, jitters disappeared. Chokali was just super comfortable. He said, okay, you've been falling for the basic frame trap. I actually don't need to command grab you. And if we're really being honest, where was Kaifon getting his damage from? Reversals. You're spending bar. You're putting your life on the line for that. I'll be more than happy to take a couple of those to put you in a very, injurious position to make you super uncomfortable. So, well played to Chokali there.
Yeah, I agree. That definitely ended up working out. Especially, I think, once he realized that jump was such an important way in for Kaifon. We're really taking risks in general. It was dash in, or it was jump in, or it was something like trying out a button into unsafe Tatsu, like stuff like that. Once you realize that the opponent is playing that style, of course, you can really tamp down what you're doing and just kind of wait for them to make the mistake, and that is what ended up happening.
Yeah, and this is what it is, right? Because it's something that we tell a lot of beginners that are coming into fighting games and just trying to improve their level to get into the upper echelons of just high level play. It's like sometimes you can't employ your strategy. You just have to wait for your opponent to make the mistakes, and then we'll play from there and build on that. And that's kind of what we saw there with Chakali and Kaifon. It's like, okay, Kaifon showed his hand right at the start, and they said, okay, if you're going to play like this, I just have to tailor my style around what you're doing, and you might not even realize that you're making as many mistakes as you think, so it was well played, like I said.
All right, there you go. So the next match that we have in the bracket here is going to be Shadow Ace versus Yanoob. These are a couple players who have been around for quite a while, have done some damage in online stuff and also in-person events here in the States. So for Yanoob, he got 25th at EVO. He had a really good showing at EVO. And if memory serves, I think he's the one who eliminated Reinhardt, if I recall correctly, in that long.
I'd have to ask Ryan. I'd literally have to ask Ryan.
I think it was either that he sent Ryan to losers or that he eliminated Ryan. Like, it was one of those two. And anyway, in any case, whatever, he got 25th place. So that's fantastic at EVO. Obviously, EVO gigantic, and getting that kind of result is fantastic. But just in general, for the World Warriors here in the western side of the U.S., he got 5th in the most recent one. He was just outside of the top 16 for the CPT in this region. And like I said, he's always been somebody over the past, well, really throughout Street Fighter V's life, who's been a threat in SoCal.
Yeah, well played. And I had the pleasure of commentating over Yanoob's matches in one of the online tournaments before, put on by PlayStation. Shout out to PlayStation for that. And I think I've seen one of his matches. I didn't know it was him in person, but I think I did see one of his matches at EVO. So like you said, he has been doing the damage. His opponent, though, Shadow Ace, I believe is an Ed player. Is that correct?
That is my memory of him. Yeah, I believe that's right.
And obviously Ed is... at least in this part of the world, Ed is the talk of the town and doing a lot of damage. Yeah. Shout outs to Ending Walker. He's actually influenced a lot of people in terms of the optimization and just overall philosophy on Ed. So I actually want to see how Shadow Ace takes advantage of what's been just a discussion on Ed and just riding high, because he is a very strong character. Some people put him in their top 10. Some people say he's top 15. So there is a very big discussion. But the tool set, because remember, when he first came in the game, let's be real, he didn't really function properly. Like, just combos were missing, anti-airs weren't really working, just stuff like that. But the transformation and development he's had as a character, like, you can't argue he's got one of the strongest tool sets in the game, David.
I think that's right. And what I like about how they've changed Ed is that in no one season was there like he goes from not good to great, right? There was no like one immediate huge jump. It was like, oh, some changes here and there. And over the several years, yeah, he ends up in a place that I think is super strong. I highly agree with that. I think it's really tough to nail down a top 10 or a top 15 in this game. I think if you're not talking about the top like 4 or 5, and you're not talking about Zangief, in between, I don't know. There's so many characters that could be in almost any position. But I do agree that he's very strong, for sure.
Yeah, and again, I think, at least from what I've seen Ending Walker say online, as well as his gameplay, obviously he's a huge advocate of the Ultra Snatcher, the V-Trigger 2. A lot of the American players, or at least from North American region, they are using V-Trigger 1, the Psycho Cannon, and it's like, okay, this is weird. The best Ed players using one V-Trigger and the rest are using the other. But, I want to see, again, like I said, just their philosophy, how they understand the tool set, how they try to make the comeback, what V-Trigger do they prefer. Like, there's a lot of stuff here. And this is a matchup that I don't think I've seen much of outside of maybe 1 or 2 sets between Riekeman's Barnet and Ending Walker, Manat versus Ed, because it sounds like Manat would give him a hard time up until a certain point. Because remember, V-Trigger 2 gives him the guard break. Manat could reflect V-Trigger 1 if the timing and the situation permits it. So there's a lot of theory work that can go in here. So it's going to be interesting how it unfolds, David.
She's just quite a rare character at this point. I feel like there's one player in each of the regions who has kept her alive, and it's hard to get experience as against that character, or even just watching. I don't play it, obviously. It's not a matchup that I've gotten experience in, but I haven't seen that at a high level either. Maybe once or twice only. As far as Shadow Ace, like I said, he's got a lot of history as well. He enters online stuff all the time. So like I've seen him in Casa quite a bit, doing work out there. He got 4th in the most recent one, for example. He's won some online tournaments. He got 49th at CEO. He does travel around. So we'll see how this goes. Taking a look at him here. 35. You talking about early how 34 effectively is old. I don't know if you saw this, but Mr. Wolf, 43 years old from Italy, grand finals in the CPT just this past weekend.
Listen, and he was grinding. Shouts to Mr. Wolf as well. But we did see the fight card there for you, Noob. 21 years of age. There you go, looking at it there. Shadow Ace going up against your Noob. Manat versus Ed, best of 3. Well, boy, it could be a battle of the V-Triggers. These guys could end it before the V-Triggers even play their imperative role. We will find out here. I'm very curious to find out just Shadow Ace's general approach. That's the biggest concern. Are you going to go for Psycho Knuckle? Are you going to play the Flicker game and use the Kara version of the Flicker? Are you just going to be jump heavy? What's it going to be? Because it's going to be frustrating for a little while. So let's find out here.
Do you believe in fate?
Yeah, we'll see what the loadouts are. Again, a reminder, first to 2.
All right, he's going with V-Trigger 1. This is what I was talking about. So this is
1 across the board.
Yeah.
Just inside that range.
And what was I saying before? How are you going to approach? You're already going with the Psycho Knuckle. For standing hard key, you can use it, but there's no real low button for Manat to press that will go over. So he's going to be super aggressive from the looks of things, David.
I think that's the name of the game. Whoa! Whoa. Just off. You can see where he's trying to get started at. It's outside of Manat's range, and then chase either the fireball in or the charge punch, which you seem to know the name of. I don't remember the name.
Psycho Knuckle.
There it is.
All right,
but yeah, just trying to find that way forward, and he actually has fully into the corner now against the character with very poor responses.
Hang on a minute, get the cross up. Okay, it worked out.
I feel like there could have been a little more in that.
Yeah, I felt so too, but we're not Ed specialists here, so I'll just take it as it goes by, and he gets an Psycho Upper into Oki as well, walks away from the throw.
Oh, I really like that. That puts him on the other side of where the orb is.
Okay, he can just wait it out here. He can even...
Hey.
Oh, okay. I like that when he needs to get the aggression and needs to make the comeback, he'll do so, but also it's a double-edged sword, because I feel when he had a substantial life lead there and he still felt the need to kind of overextend. Luckily, he did get that round there, so round 1 on the board for Shadow Ace.
Again, fighting from outside that range, then trying to chase back in, as you can see. Noob catching onto that, moving forward a bunch himself at that same range. Uh-oh.
Does big damage here into the Soul Spark. Is he going to go for the Soul Throw? He will. Just plays it safe here because it looks like Shadow Ace is being a bit too volatile with Ed at the moment.
Look at that orange bar. He's in big trouble. Yeah, had to back off.
Ah, there you go.
Did she try to get under it? I don't think that works.
I think so. I don't think she's low enough when she does it. Good blocks there from Yanub, though. I might have to actually look at that later.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Didn't expect the catch.
One crouch jab will do it. Yeah, this is interesting. So it looks like he's using the Psycho Cannon as his last line of defense for entry. If everything else doesn't work, he'll just activate the V trigger and then get in and work from there. Because Ed's got the damage output.
If somebody didn't know what any of the moves in this game were called, what would you say is the Psycho Cannon?
DiCaprio's Ultra 1, if they remember.
Got it, V-Trigger. Okay, cool.
Oh, man. There we go. Goes to the Soul Sphere, presses the hard kick into V-Trigger 1 again. Crosses up. No, it's not enough for me. That damage, it's just not enough.
I think that could have been quite a bigger punish, too, by Yanub. Uh-oh. Wow, he chased. Maybe he was looking for a V-shift? I don't know, because he was really moving far forward there.
Yeah, that was very adventurous there from Shadow Ace. Misses the snatcher too far. Good. I like that double dash there to catch him off guard. Didn't quite work out, though. Oh, he can dive kick that, I think Yanub can. I've seen Manat player do it before, but you have to be super ready for it, though. So.
That makes sense, yeah. Oh, big chance! Had super.
Yeah, he did. I think that was in his mind at the moment. He's just going to walk. Yeah, he's going to use the stream as a barrier.
That has been tricky. No! Oh, that was a huge opportunity.
Oh, yeah. No! And you know what? Absolute despair there for Shadow Ace, but meticulous spacing there from Yanub because let us not forget, they actually did buff the range on Ed's V skill 1, so it goes further than it did before. So you have to basically be full screen to avoid it, and that's exactly where Yanub was. And I've said this about Manat before, David. Manat's one of those characters where if you have long-reaching tools, or you are a zoner, Manat can play outside your range and still do something. She might not damage you, but it feels like you have to do something because she throws out the orb, you can do Soul Spark or retract it. You feel an urgency to do something,
She's very good at controlling the pacing as well as the spacing, for sure.
I like that pacing and the spacing.
As far as for Shadow Ace, I really liked in the first round how he was playing outside of her range and then kind of moving in behind the fireball or behind the charge punch, whatever. But as it went on, we really saw Yanub start to move forward himself preemptively, and I thought that was strong. But I would say for both guys, it does seem to me like they're missing some opportunities here and there.
I think in some situations they might not be expecting their opponent to do something, so they're not quite second nature to get the punish ready. Other times as well, I think they got their mind set on something that they're used to doing so often. And they might not play this matchup as often as we assume,
yeah.
So.
No, I wouldn't assume that they play it very often.
Okay, gets the snatcher again, closes the gap, and he's just going to abuse it. Yeah, because your noob's not jumping or escaping, he's just going to abuse it right in his face. Unreactable range, so.
Yeah.
Peppering away, and then now he starts using the Psycho Flicker. Crush Counter, that should be stunned. That should be stunned. There it is. Ooh. Too much scaling, though.
Yeah? Okay.
I was a bit worried. I was like, what? I was like, hang on, is she dead from that? That would have been wild.
Round 2. Fight.
Again, this is how the second game is panning out how the first game did. Shadow Ace did the first round, and Yanub was making the comebacks here. But it looks like Shadow Ace is literally grabbing the ball by the horn and just going on the full offensive here, David.
I don't think we saw the flicker from him at all in game 1. I don't recall that happening, so I'm happier that in this round and in the last we've seen it more.
It's a good tool. There's the cannon again. Good tech.
Yeah, if nothing else, you get big plus ramps. Yep, still corner. Oh!
Back throw.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you've done Yanub a big favor here. You've done him a very big favor. Good block.
Oh, big chance.
Right, one reset.
Oh, man, he was just there. Shadow Ace trying to wait it out.
I think he wants his V-trigger.
Oh, okay. Oh, sick. Let's go.
spend the bar for the, I wouldn't even say improvised combo. He knew what he was doing. He knew that the EX Sphere closed that out there. And again, final round, game 2 here, gets hit with the Spike Knuckle. Big damage here for Shadow Ace.
Okay, great start. Confirm they're all the way into the corner already. Man, not in trouble. Kind of a lucky break for Shadow Ace.
There's the cat. Let's walk under, and we got the V-Trigger 1 ready and waiting here for your noob. How is he going to activate it? That's the real question. Here he comes. Might V-reversal if he needed to.
Is it nothing?
Damn, he's just going in.
Okay, so we need something. Yeah, we needed some kind of reset there.
He'll take it. Will he do the whole combo, though? No,
Let's go one more. Oh, that was tricky. Great block.
Block. Here comes
So here we go.
Again.
By the way, Super's on deck for your noob.
Yeah, I think he should react with something. Oh, I think Ed's probably just about alive.
Oh, no, man.
Don't do wake up super. Just wait.
Oh, no. That was a huge opportunity for Shadow Ace. But yeah, who expects that jump in like that?
Do you know what he could do? If he's brave enough, he can walk forward a little bit, and as the orb comes out, he can do super. It's a 10-frame super. But he has to wait now. Yeah, he has to wait.
He just, yeah, exactly. That strong control of that range. 13 on the clock, he's starting to run out of time. It's almost 10. Got it. Oh, wow! Just the right time. What a time for your noob to commit. Oh, tying it up 1-1 here, Shadow Ace.
Oh, that was such brilliance there, exhibiting that real patience. And you know what? He probably had that in his mind 20 seconds before it even happened. He said, you know what? I just have to wait. I will jump. He made that decision to jump ages ago. He just said, I just have to wait. And even then, sometimes, because there's been this huge argument, at least with some of the European players, is like, look, why are Manat players just not throwing out the orb and just waiting? And they just do it because the opponent's not going to move. And it's like, well, by you waiting, you have to react by calling it back, but you don't know if it's going to be a jump, you don't know if it's going to be a double dash. Remember, you have to see what's going on before you call it back. You don't want to just arbitrarily call the orb back and it just goes south, because that's basically what happened there, right? So, but that was brilliant play there from Shadow Ace. I gotta say, that was brilliant.
Yeah, excellent timing. And really good that he didn't feel like he needed to rush in the previous 20 seconds. Like, it was clearly headed towards a slow finish. And many players would feel like they need to rush in earlier than that. So he waited, he picked a good time. Happened to be when your noob wasn't ready for it.
Okay, so looks like, again, obviously both players have lost now. There hasn't been a change in V system at all. We're going to say, like David said, 1 across the board. I like that, you know, Shadow Ace is using everything in Ed's toolset. I think the thing we think seldom seen is the flicker, but he hasn't really been in range to do that. And then when he is super up close, just take the plus frames and stand medium punch. And your jab, there you go.
Yeah, your noob just unfortunately not dealing with that very well.
I don't think he's comfortable with the timings, like, at all, David.
To the other side. Oh, yeah, big chance. Here we go. Knockdown.
Look at this pressure as well, and he doesn't even want to be reversal to get out of there because he needs that trigger to keep himself in this fight. Jumps away. I'm loving this jump back as well.
Yeah, this movement, again, to be outside of her range to set things up is great. Anti-air at least. Plus frames again.
He's catching him walking backwards a lot. You actually might lose the chance that... yeah, you lost the chance to activate V-Trigger because you didn't have the crystal ball for the standing medium punch. And Shadow Ace puts himself at match point here.
Nice little 3-framer interruption. Into what is the question? Good Shadow Ace just blocking it out. Yeah. Playing some good D.
Yeah, this is it. Well, do you know what? I was about to say he hasn't done that, and then he just goes and does the X-Cycle up. Brilliant stuff. Mixing up the defensive options. That's what you need to do. Backing away.
Again. Oh, great catch.
Oh, he spent the bar on EX Sphere. I don't necessarily agree with that there, but it's working.
Yeah, he's looking great.
Oh. This is where he can cross him up, hard kick.
Oh yeah, no, this is dangerous. Yeah, it could have been pretty wild. Here he is, moving forward even still. Yo, let's go, that was sick.
Keeps him in the corner as well. That was the most important thing. No V reversal as well. Walks out. Here comes the stun.
And yeah, big trouble. Okay, yeah, gave up on trigger for this match.
Because that's it. If he loses this, that's it.
No, you got to do what you got to do. Yeah.
Yo, knocked out of it.
I understand Shadow was going for that. That had not been challenged, but finally, Yanoob did it. He's got
really
super.
wants to
If
do
he
it.
could just get in range for it, he can just end it. Yeah, and he will. Okay.
Don't mess around. I mean, look, he's already forced you to spend your V gauge to get out of the corner because that would have been it. And now you have to chip. Yanoob slowly realizing he can't mess around with Shadow Ace in situations like that.
Oh, we're at match point here, both sides.
Oh.
Okay.
It's a forward throw. Dash up and get sneaky one? No. That was a missed input, definitely. Blocking that out. Taking a turn back from the Psycho Snatch as well, because that was the negative one. And there's the plus frame version.
Great jump.
Nice timing to do it as well, but here's with the EX Psycho upper. This is not looking good. Audacious button press there from Yanoob.
It's a chance to trigger. Yeah, as soon as he felt it was free time, here we go.
Just firm it. Yeah, he's firming it. Great defense being played here from Yanoob. He's going to get the CA. I'm looking at the wrong gauge. He should be able to... No, one reset. Yeah.
He needs one more. Yeah. What evasion there by Shadow Ace. Who's got super. Oh, but... Hold on. Hold on a second. Oh, another chance for Yanoob, and he does take it this time. He's going to be moving on in winner's side.
Menot wins.
Do you know what? If you showed me the bracket with no gameplay at all, I would definitely be hounding you questions saying, David, what happened? It's like, listen, that was a 2-1 final game, final round. These guys were slugging it out. And again, they were utilizing meter in different ways that I'm not used to seeing. Interesting playstyle from Shadow Ace. I think, again, outside of Psycho Flicker, I think every other tool he had at his disposal was used. Yanoob was using the EX versions of the Soul Sphere. I see when that plays actually saved it for EX Soul Spark, amongst other things, because, again, it was, despite being scrambly in certain areas, both of them actually played exceptional defense in situations where I know a lot of guys would have crumbled. So, you know what? Props to the both of you, because a lot of guys would have fallen apart in situations like that, but you guys kept it firm, and then you stuck to your beliefs. And I think what we saw, Yanoob had V-Trigger almost every round. I think Shadow
there was
Ace.
one he died without using it, but yeah.
Yeah, I think Shadow Ace. I think literally every round, maybe twice in a round, that V-Trigger one was out there helping with the approach. Got a couple of mix-ups there, so the utilities there. That's what I'm saying. The North American guys, they love that V-Trigger one, David.
There you go. Yeah, as you can see. All right, so coming up next, we're going to have Gen 1 Eevee versus underscore 87.
Okay.
And for underscore 87, I'm looking for Cammy out of this player. I see him on the online local. I've seen him in, I think, in a CPT top 16 or maybe just outside of a CPT top 16 in the past. And for some years at this point, been an effective player. For Gen 1 Eevee, I think this is an NLBC player, is my recollection.
Okay. I think, just bouncing off what you're saying before for underscore, I think his latest tournament result was 3rd in the recent online local. Is that right? I could be wrong. I'd have to double check. It was recent. He did come 3rd in the tournament.
Yeah, I'm looking at fgcombo.com, and yeah, he got 3rd.
Okay, cool.
All right, a young boy of 35, Jeremy Lee, Chicago. They're in the northern Midwest, and yeah, looking for Cammy.
And the region he's based in, because he's based in Chicago, yeah, that's the Midwest is a very strong region as well. So, you know, floating around the top 16 or breaking into it, heck, breaking even into the top 8, that's no easy feat. And hello, is that Oro?
Are we looking for Oro here? Ah, okay, cool.
Interesting. I like this. All right. Yeah, I'm not familiar with Gen 1 Eevee, but again, I am familiar with a character that's one of the best V-Triggers in the game.
Sure, yeah.
Shout outs to Broski back here in the UK. But yeah, good to see that he's playing. Technical character. I wish there was a little bit more time. This is just a selfish thing for me. I wish there was a little bit more time with the final season of characters.
I'm with you for sure.
Not really Luke, but the other 4, I wish there was a little bit more time. Because some of the stuff, kudos to the players, because some of the stuff they found with the final season of characters in the short space of time that they've had, like, it's exceptional, it's phenomenal stuff there. And then underscore, The big question here for me, David, is how much does he actually know about Aura? What's the experience he has gone up against an Aura, you know? Because again, everyone's a victim of Tengu Stone. It's just how well you are defending against it. So
The US has a good number of Oro players. I guess in the Midwest, Brian F's probably the standout.
yes. All right, let's see how this goes. So we did have I think it was the CPT earlier this year, or no, last year, you know, Hurricane going up against Broski, Cam the Cypher going up against Hurricane. We've seen this matchup a few times here and there. It's similar to the Urian situation. If you want to anti-Akami consistently the dive kick, you've got to sit still and wait for the charge for his uppercut. Otherwise, you've got to move around, navigate, and make sure you use your projectiles safely. But other than that, he's just got to be careful what specials he uses in the neutral, and normals as well, actually. So V-shift already.
Yeah, very interesting style so far from General and Eevee. Underscore has the pressure exactly where he wants to be. That's not
spacing.
Yeah, that's not the plus spot. Yeah.
Misses anti-air. He went for the throw version of his uppercut. Didn't quite work out there. So it looks like for me the strategy here is when Cammy gets on and stays magnetic, he wants it off immediately. Straight to the corner.
Ah, okay. Putting out the booger.
Underscore's got no meter, so she can't eat spiral arrow for it, so that's fine. And the projectile invincibility actually comes out late. It's not frame 1 no more.
Oh, that was pretty sweet. That's stun for sure. Yes, there it is. Now, there is a trigger on Oro's side, but I'm not sure that he'll get the chance even. Okay, he does get the chance.
Good timing. He needs a hit, to be honest.
Oh, he's not going to find that hit, as Underscore is the one to find it. Crouching Fierce is the way he finds it. And we really didn't see, well, we didn't see trigger at all from Oro. But on top of that, I never felt like we saw sort of a cohesive strategy, I would say, from Gen 1 Eevee. We saw him trying to find his button as often as possible. We saw him trying to move as much as possible. You got to do those things sometimes, but he did get got by a bunch of stuff as a result.
Yeah, obviously, I think the most used button from Gen 1 Eevee was forward medium kick, and unfortunately, it looked like it was -2, -3, like almost every time. We've got to give credit to Underscore because he might have intentionally set it up so it doesn't work out that way.
Sure.
But yeah, we're already trapped in the corner. Dangerous situation here for Gen 1, David.
Oh, and over it. Right back in immediately. That was the right spot. There we go. Yeah.
Charge fist, and then that was a well-spaced dive kick that looked like 0+1 there, but not quite getting out of the corner here. His Gen 1 Eevee gets that back throw, and he will get some plus frames as well.
Maybe trigger activation time? No. Oh, we're looking for a button to counter poke there. Nothing came. Here comes Cammy.
He has to wait. Yeah, do you know what? He's going to firm it until he gets Tengu Stone because he didn't get it last round.
Beautiful. Here we go. Here we go. No. Oh, the huge opportunity. And not only not taken, but ends up losing the round right away. Oh, that is killer right there for Gen 1 Eevee.
It threw him off completely just when he had the opportune moment to take that round. Then he does the chicken feet, gets the throw bait. This is looking good, David. I wonder if he's going to V-shift.
Woo, let's go. No, wow, that was very ballsy.
Yeah. He wants the stun. He's too hungry right now. Yeah, it's gone. Stacked away here. This is his fireball. He can get back thrown though.
Again, very active in buttons. Oh no. Oh no.
That was unfortunate. Yeah, I think he panicked a bit too much when he kind of lost the opportune moment to rack up the stun. That looked like a very linear, this is going to sound weird, a linear aggressive strategy because he was building momentum, stun was racking up, and all he could see was the stun. He couldn't see anything else, didn't consider what Underscore could do to make the comeback, and then obviously he was trying a bit too hard, got a bit overzealous, and then when it was his turn to defend, he tried everything in his power to make sure he could get Underscore away from him, and again, just no dice, unfortunate then. I think we only saw Tengu once, David.
Yep, we saw Tengu once. And I think you're right as well. You know, you mentioned that maybe it's the case that Underscore was putting himself at the right spot so that things like forward medium kick would not be at plus range. I do like a lot of what we saw out of Underscore. I think he recognized that there was a heavy desire to press buttons quite a lot on Gen 1 EV side, and so we saw that blown up consistently with buttons, with V-skill, all that sort of stuff. He was able to move forward into the right ranges very consistently, so I really like what we saw out of him.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, just remember as well, because this is just round one matches. The guys that have lost, they're down, but they're not out of the tournament there. We are staying in the upper bracket of the tournament. So well played to Underscore there, staying in fine form, looking sharp indeed. He should be going, he's going to be awaiting the next opponent of Shlami XP and Flux Waves. I believe we're going to get that match ready for you guys shortly. But yeah, great to see the character diversity, because any tournament that I watch, I can't speak on behalf of you, David, but I'm pretty sure you can agree. Any tournament you watch, it's probably going to be, 6 of the 8 characters are going to be different. You might get one double up here and there, but the diversity we see in these tournaments is absolutely fantastic to see in the final season.
Definitely. I highly agree with that. I really like where the game's balance is at. Maybe like 2 exceptions to that, but in general, I really like where the game's balance is at. All right, so yeah, as you said, we move on. So Flux Waves and Shlami. To be honest, I'm not familiar with Shlami, so I'm looking forward to seeing what we see out of that player. Flux Waves has been a strong player in Canada for some years at this point. Taking a look now. Yep, there we go. So strong player out of Eastern Canada. He's made it down to the States quite a few times, had good results. By the way, not just in Street Fighter, but in other games as well, and is always a treat to watch.
Yeah, and he uses my main, Poison. Shout outs to Flux there. Obviously, I know he has a plethora of characters under his belt. Poison, Manat, Mika. I don't know if he still dabbles with Abigail in that regard, but he's got a couple of characters under his belt there. And hey, there you go, here's Shlami. So I actually did try to look him up on CFM before, but I couldn't. But it's a young prodigy, 17 years of age. What is it with these young people and picking Ed? We already got 3 of them in the UK. They're younger than 18 and they're all playing Ed. I don't know what the catch is here. I need to figure out something. But I was talking, or Ending Walker is on this train that Ed completely destroys Poison, or it's in his favorite.
Oh, yeah. Interesting.
He thinks so. He beats me all the time. I'll put that out there. I'll own that. I'll own to that. But yeah, standing hard kick goes over crouch fist comfortably. You can't haphazardly cancel into heart rate because he can V-reverse and get a full punish.
Oh.
When she's in the corner, good luck. So there's a couple of things that Ed makes Poison play differently in this matchup, and I want to see how much experience both these guys have going into this as well. Shlami, this could be a learning experience for him, but hey, he could be well versed in this matchup because, again, I know little to nothing about him. So.
Well, we'll see as well how this goes from Montreal to Florida. That is quite a jaunt between these 2 players.
Right, well, it looks like, I respect this layout from Flux Waves as well. It looks like he's going with V-Skill 2, V-Trigger 2. I feel the Molotov doesn't do too much, and sometimes you need to force Ed to move, and that's what the command grab does. It gets him to V-shift, gets him to just use his meat in situations he probably feels he doesn't want to use it in, so it's a good choice. Walks away.
Seeing a lot of dashing or roundhouse at that range so far, and Flux Waves has shut it down. Here we go, Trigger.
Here comes the guard break.
Yep. What a jump timing!
Interesting as well. And this is it. I think it's kind of not necessarily mandatory at this point, but a lot of matchups, especially against the zoners, V-Trigger 2 might be Ed's better choice because of the guard break, because of the damage output. And again, even with that new buff he got with the EX Psycho Knuckle from the Flicker, there's so many things where the damage output is just in his favor in a matchup like this.
Again, super important jump timing from Flux Waves. He's really called that out twice.
Yeah, this is what we didn't see with your noob gun up against Shadow Ace. He just wasn't jumping the V-Skill 1, probably because of unfamiliarity of the ranges, but Flux looks super comfortable at the moment.
Yeah.
Flicker takes his turn back.
Ooh, Flicker again. No confirm, though. Uh-oh.
Not dead. But he's got the V-meter. He can activate V-Trick and go for a guess if he wanted to.
Oh, challenge there.
That was punishable. That's -7 on block, and that was super close. So. Reversal, yep. And the crouch fist. And this is it. You kind of, with Ed, you kind of have to utilize his walk speed and play super patient and kind of get in that range where Flux feels he can press crouch fist. Then you press hard kick, get the crush counter, go over it. It can be difficult to kind of build that patience, especially against a player like Flux Wave, because once he hits you once, it's just you're playing the catch-up game for probably the remainder of the set, you know?
Pretty strong victory right there by Flux Waves.
Fight.
Had the right movement.
Wait, that's another good choice as well. Nice Psycho Knuckle and the pickup optimal stuff there from Shlami.
Ooh, let's go.
A lot
Talk
better.
about a good response.
Yeah. He spends the bomb.
Within a grab for the kill. No, doesn't even need that. What a fantastic round right there by Shlami.
Props. I like that. Good rebuttal. Let's see if he can maintain that. Oh, he tried to jump. Goes for EX Love Me Tender there. Does Flux already put him in the corner? No extension for the knockdown though from the flicker. Interesting.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, still gets pressure out of it. What was he looking for there? Maybe the V-shift.
V-shift, yeah. That's the only thing I can think of when people are jumping on your wake up is they really want that full can of hit unscaled damage. Check
Nice catch. Yeah, I'll say.
Whip punish. Good stuff there on the flicker. That's important. When you're dealing with Ed now, you got to learn to whip punish flicker. It's important. Here comes the Oki. Yeah. Had to.
He escaped. Oh, yeah.
If he didn't, he's going to get guard broken. And there's the guard break.
As he is.
Up kick.
Uh-oh. At risk of super, yes. And so Flux is out of there. Obviously, he recognizes the threat. Spins EX. Both of them. What a challenge again.
And do you know what's crazy? He pressed Ed's 4-frame button instead of stand light kick. So I think Flux looks like he was going for a jab Michael Walk's throw. If Flux just pressed stand medium punch and cancelled out to heart rate, then that would have been his round. But do you know what? What a response from Shlami there. Fantastic stuff.
Yeah, I was worried this would be a pretty quick 2-0.
No, to me, at least from watching this, he sounds like this is going to sound really weird. It sounds like he needs to lose the first game to wake up. Like, he seriously needs to do that.
Well, he's looking great. He's almost got the corner again. A little too close.
Trying to run away. Hasn't be reversed with anything from Poison yet. Gets the crush counter into the Avant line. Follow up. He's trying to challenge hard.
Oh boy. That'll be match point Flux Waves.
Bit too obvious there on defense was Shlami, but he's still in it. If he can get it perfect, he can work towards a victory from there, my friend. Gets the trade. He's punished again there from Flux. Oh!
Oh.
That worked out.
Yeah, I'll say. Okay, that makes sense, yeah.
Good choice. Just get the space. Yeah, just get the space.
No anti-air. It was rare to see the jump.
It looks like he's unfamiliar or uncomfortable dealing with the EX heart rate.
Yo, let's go. Oh, beautiful stuff by Flux Waves. He called that out big time.
Wow, well played. Solid performance there from Flux. He played the matchup basically how Poison should be playing it. Obviously, injected his style into that as well. Close call. That could have gone south for him. Shlami could have brought that back. But again, I feel it was one of those similar situations to when we had Chakali and Kaifan earlier on in the stream, where it's that first game or that second game, they're scrambling and they're trying to find out how does my opponent work here. And then once they've got that firm read on them, it's like, okay, I can run away with this. I can make those hard reads like he did with the anti-air heart rate. And it was smooth sailing there for Flux Waves, so well played to him.
There you go. So that means that we know our winner's side next round, semi-final. It's going to be Chokali versus Yanoob, and it will be Underscore versus Flux Waves.
Oh, so it looks like Flux is going to have another difficult matchup there in Cammy. So he's just had an Ed, which is a bit rough, but again, I go back and forth in discussions and Ed and Walker regarding that. Now he's going up against Cammy. Chakali versus Yanoob. That's Nakali versus Manad. Okay, V-Skill 1 on Nakali's side caused a couple of problems.
Yeah, I can see that being very helpful in that match.
I can see that. Yeah, okay. And again, do you know what's crazy? Because there's 45 characters now, and then because we said about the diversity before, it's like, do I remember this? Did we ever watch this back in a certain season?
Yeah. Oh yeah, years ago maybe, but no, you're right. I feel like it's very commonly the case now that I'm like less familiar with the matches that show up on stream nowadays, and I feel like I would have been years ago. Obviously, there are more characters now than there were 5 years ago. There's a lot more characters, but maybe more than that. Like there are more practically viable characters than just like numbers on the roster. And so as a result, yeah, it's very commonly the case that we'll see 8 different characters in the top 8.
100%. Yeah, we're just putting on the stats again for you guys. Chakali coming back on. He was the first game of the day, and now he is back on and going up against the Noob. I don't feel there's going to be a character swap here. I think he's just going to go Chakali the whole way. And again, your Noob coming through. A little bit of a hectic game, and sometimes I do feel when you are playing a Zona, and again, this is a case, Manat might have the best V-Trigger in the game. It is between Tengu Stone and Manat's V-Trigger 1. You're going to be going up against characters that don't want to deal with you. They're going to like pile on the aggression, and that's what he had. He had to fight Shadow Ace. That was 2-1. Is it going to be another case for 2-1 here? Is he going to be more comfortable fighting Necalli because he's been out longer, probably more familiar? We'll find out here, David.
Indeed.
Round 1.
But yeah, I think you're right. To identify things like V-Skill 1 is probably a big deal in this matchup for Nicole. Yeah, tries it right away. Oh, okay, very good. Into the corner immediately.
Yeah, so look, he's already got to like play catch up and get out. So it looks like your Noob's gone with V-Skill 2 here, David, if you see. Okay, so that's going to help out with pokes and when he throws out the crystal ball. I'm not sure what else it does here outside of combo extension. I'm not sure if it does anything specific against Necalli. So.
Oh, really important escape by Yanu to get back to the mid screen. He's doing great right now. Controlling space, almost at trigger. There it is. And once that's activated, I can imagine that that's really tough for Manat to deal with. Just the movement that this character has, the loops that he has mid screen.
But with characters.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, there we go. He's got to make this count. He's got to make this count. Yep. One guess for the game.
Oh, what a catch!
One reset will do it. There it is. Oh no, it's a full combo actually. I actually thought it was a reset. It's a full combo.
Ah, wow, that reaches so far up. Okay, that's nice. A lot of characters would have a mix up there as to whether to anti-air with that, but she can just press the down fierce.
I do think Chakali shouldn't be deterred from that though, because if Manat does, if he jumps when Manat doesn't have the crystal ball, that dive kick should work.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. There's that soul spiral. V-Skill 2.
Oh, okay, that's another option for it.
Oh, risky, but it worked out there for Chakali. Hasn't got V-Trigger yet. Wrong dive kick, but it looks like he's trying to bait something anyway.
Oh, beautiful timing.
There's a trade works out here for your Noob. That was a V-reversal.
I was just going to say, yeah.
That was 100% a V-reversal. Oh, man. And that's been in the game since Season 1. I'm very surprised they didn't change anything about that. But hey, it worked out. Can't complain. That's done.
Nice work. Is that stun already? You know, maybe even better. Next hit. Next anything for stun? Oh, but he gets a little bit ahead of himself. And here's Noob. Back to the corner.
To break away and then
boy, but the safety, and then again Chakali. Wow, very insistent corner control.
And you know what? I kind of respect it because even if it didn't work out, was your Noob going to be super ready for that? Obviously, he was in V-Trigger. He didn't have as many orbs as he did as initially when he activated the V-Trigger. So take advantage of that. Obviously, put the thought in your opponent's mind. It's like, okay, there could be situations. And remember, he was near the corner as well. So look, this season, more than any other season, I've seen people just confidently throw out light reversals because they're like, look, it's throw invincible. You want to throw me. You think it's safe, but it isn't. But so
yeah, I mean, that's a 3-frame light DP as well.
It's got good hitbox as an anti as well. The reversal, okay. Work out there for Chakali, but sweep, no punish though.
Oh, here's a big chance.
The reversal, again, just trying to get a crush counter or just throw out a button with malicious intent here. Nice walk under there from your Noob. He's been doing that in his last match and this match here.
That seems like a tough spot right there. Oh, wow, what a catch. Regardless of before, now he's finally got the corner.
Here it comes.
Not for long. 2 of them spent immediately. Oh, lovely defense.
Yeah, he's practiced this or he fights against someone on a regular basis. It's one or the other. One thing
man.
Will do it.
Yeah, he's doing great. Oh, that was supposed to have been super.
Yeah, so he knows. I think hopefully your Noob figured that out as well.
Still trying to confirm into that super. Your Noob wants to be really far away to not be worried about overcommitting into super.
Walks away. Yeah, you know, your noob knows. That's why he's dive kicking instead. But please be careful because that super goes very far. You're dead anyway. Yeah, you're dead anyway. Oh.
It's a really smart forward dash into command grab. I mean, he recognized that Yanoob was not trying to overcommit with something like a super, and that was kind of like a mental freeze into Yanoob, and Chokali took advantage.
There you go. Tried to jump at the dive kick again and makes the soul spiral. He wants it to cancel back into the crystal ball there from the soul spiral. Pressure being applied. He can't get out of here. He has to wait. He just has to wait. Nice soul spiral.
Right. Finds his way in, but into what? Something else surely is what he's looking for. God, the defense is just amazing by Chokali. One orb only left, and that one's useless.
Did he try and do reversal again, and it just came out as this guy? That was further away. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Overhead.
He was thinking about super there after that plus frame EX stomp, and when he saw it wasn't there, he said, okay, overhead it is.
Well played, well played. Yeah, good stuff there from
really strong
Chokali. That was that was it. Yeah, swift. Oh wow,
Yeah, that was
quick.
fast. Yeah. Best of 3 still in the semifinals. Once we get to winners finals, it'll be a different story, but we're not there yet.
Just one thing I wanted to just summarize or recap on is what you noticed before when you noob threw out the crystal ball and it was a missed input on the super, and then you noob recognized that he started dive kicking instead and he switched it up. That's what I like about situations like that. The options that are available to both players, and it's when, you know, the opponent recognizes that your opponent's trying to close it out with a big damaging move or a big damaging combo. They try to swap it up, and it's like, I can immediately counter your next play here because you saw my intention. Didn't work out, but you were able to have that situational awareness to go, okay, let's not do it. Even the dive kick was pretty dangerous because I feel because of Nakali's super going pretty far, I'm not sure if it gets slightly extended range in V-trigger, but he didn't have it anyway. Doing the dive kick at that range, it's got time to recover, so he could have done a Hail Mary super and gone for it there, but he had no need to take that risk, so well played to Chokali over there.
All right, well, the other side of winner's bracket is going to be Underscore versus Flux Waves. It'll be coming up next.
Sweet.
Yeah, we have seen Flux Waves play multiple characters in the past.
Yeah,
it's been a while since I've seen other than Poison. I guess I've seen Mika, but maybe even that was a while ago at this point. That might have been last year, now that I think about it.
I think when I commentated something, I'm not sure if it was with you or Vicious or somebody else. I think I did see him pick Mika for one set. And that's if my memory serves me well. I do feel Flux Wave is a player that keeps with the times. There's characters he loves and they are his favorite because he's been using Mika since season 1. So that's a good thing to see. Obviously, he did take a lot of time to invest into Manat when Poison came out, you know, added her to the roster, made her take priority over everybody else. And I feel, again, he just kept with the times. No real need. He doesn't look like a Luke player to me. He does not look like a Luke player to me. I'm surprised he didn't dabble with Rose, to be honest with you. That's just me personally, but...
Yeah, for Underscore, we know where he's gone. He's going back to Cammy.
For
That
sure.
one's pretty sure.
So, what's the key thing here? Recovery on crouching medium kick and stand fist is longer. So, like, if Cammy whiffs a crouching medium kick and Poison's ready, stand fist should basically catch it almost every time because of the extended hurt box. Dive kick is still an issue, especially when you're on Underscore's level. With a character like Cammy now, I feel a lot of people should be playing with the strategy of her health and stun because it's 900, 900. Obviously, you're going to have specific strategies for specific moves, but I feel you should play majority of the time is like, look, I'll hit you and it's going to hurt you because that's it. And Poison can safely hit you anyway with stand fist into heart rate, just straight hits the heart rate because heart rate does 90, crouch fist does 80. Obviously, Cammy has easy ways to navigate that stuff because of her aerial options. It's fantastic. But again, one wrong move, especially with V-Trigger 1 on deck, and that's curtains for Cammy.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, okay, reading air movement just like that.
Yeah. There you go. Even the chip plays a big factor as well. Even the chip plays a big factor. Break gets the low too far to get a light kick cancel, but nice delayed V reversal as well. Usually people do V reversals early, but because Cammy side switches, it's better to do it delayed.
Oh, here we go. Okay, Flux Wave's ready.
What's his dive kick? Another throw tech. No jump yet. Well, somebody did.
Huh. Yeah, right. Look at this corner. Oh, that was beautiful by Underscore.
And that's what's rough, because it's very hard to get out the corner. You feel like you want to press fist to cancel into a heart rate. You're not sure if Cammy's going to jump into a dive kick or get the cross up. You're really a deer in headlights in that situation. And our throw situation is still pretty good, David, so.
No doubt.
He's walking away right now. Luckily gets the crouch fist, because I saw Underscore trying to do a spiral arrow, but.
Yeah, that max range spiral arrow was what he wanted before. He didn't quite get the spot.
Good block. Low again, still looking for that aerial approach, trying to counter it with a heavy heart rate, but not really working out. And this is why I still feel this matchup's a bit tough here for Poison.
Oh boy.
No reversal as well.
Underscore still knocking on the door. Here we go. He's got full super as well. As soon as he finds any hit. There it is. Flux Wave suddenly super patient. Oh no!
No, commentator's curse, and I like this choice, because what it should do is it should do enough damage to make back throw gets for the game. Yes, it is. Let's find out. Oh, what? I think he's dead. I think he's dead.
I think you're right.
No, he did the wrong combo.
No?
He did the wrong combo.
Okay.
That was unfortunate. I think he thought he was going to build super in time or something, but Flux Wave, he could have spent 2 bars, and all the
no!
That was unfortunate. I think that was just a miscalculation on what damage was capable. But again, he's playing off the. I feel he's playing off the advantage that Cammy's got 900 vitality. So it feels, well, if I do anything at this point, it was going to do it. So, oh man, that was rough. But again, I'm not going to say Underscore nicked that. I'm going to say, look, he just took advantage of his opponent not being optimal in that situation. And damn, he's going to be like beating himself up by that Flux Waves. But hey, still in the fight here. Only one
yes.
though. Again, just waiting, get the heart rate, and this is what I'm talking about. You feel you want to press the heavy, but Cammy can just jump and just like bypass that immediately.
Oh yeah, it seems like quite a volatile match.
Nice, that's throw invincible as well. That was a good choice.
Oh yeah, here comes Flux Waves.
Oh, he's spending the bar. Okay. Ah, he wanted the mix up. Okay. I was wondering why he spent that bar there, but he might need that later. See? Good walk away. I love it. He just did not want to deal with that at all. Heart rate pulls her in. Good backdash there from Underscore.
It's usually the hooligan. Does seem like it's difficult for Flux Waves to deal with.
It's too much.
At least so far.
You don't know if it's going to be regular jump into delayed dive kick.
Yeah.
You rather just wait and see what happens, but closed it out with EX Avant line there. Does Flux again. You do have to be patient because you are the character with the highest damage output. I think Cammy can hit you more frequently than people think, but it's Poison with the damage output in her favor. Quick.
Oh, dang.
I like it. If I don't have a reversal, I'll press those buttons. Gotta firm it here.
Okay, comes off the red bar. Trying to get something going, but I mean, as you can see, Flux Wave still all the way to the... Okay, makes the read finally. I think that's the 4th time we've seen that tried, and finally it did work.
Okay, there we go. Unfortunate there. Just walks away, just trying to get a straight hit to work with. But as you do this, you're building Cammy's V-trigger. Pressure being applied. Good check there from Flux. Here it comes. He might
okay, block. Flux Wave's back to blocking. Yeah.
Just wait it out here. No anti-air.
Oh, wow, that was great spacing.
And I tell you what, that's not... It can be a very risky option, but it's not far-fetched because it was at the tip. You're walking forward to get in range of Crouch Fierce. It punishes Crouch Fierce anyway. So, it wasn't that far-fetched. There you go, there's the forward Fierce. Has to block the hooligan into the dive kick. Oh.
Okay, key jump in yet again.
I think
he has throughout this. Oh, boy. Oh, he was going for the confirm. It's not stun yet, actually. Flux Wave's desperately trying to escape.
Hang on, that was pass, wasn't it? I can't remember. He just walks away. Good, yeah. Walk speed working it out here. And it's going to be the game. And Underscore takes that over. Flux Wave, a clean 2-0.
Okay.
I told you, man, rough matchup. Well,
No,
it's still a rough matchup.
It seems like it. Yeah, it seems like it.
Yeah, it's you really have to know the spacing of the dive kick, and then once you do that, make the Kami kind of force them to play more of a ground game. Then you kind of entice them to press crouch medium kick and try and go for that. You're going to be pressing crouch fist and stab fist anyway, but you know the risk that it entails. You know Kami's going to jump. She has to jump. It's part of her design. It's part of the matchup. You have to do that. It can just get very rough as to you've waited about 20 seconds. You're like, okay, I think it's safe to do it now. And then you still get jumped in on and you get a bit upset. So it's rough. But again, like Flux was showing signs of life. And out of the characters he has, I think Poison is actually the best pick, despite it being a rough one.
I don't know how much I want to entertain the idea of Poison having a really tough time in this game, but but fair enough.
Take my word for it.
I'll take your word for it. All right, so we know that in winners finals now we're going to have Chokali versus Underscore. Everybody else at this point is fighting in the losers bracket. Some of that has been going on. Shlami eliminated Gen 1 Eevee, and Shadowist eliminated Kaifon. And we are going to take a short break. We'll be back with more PlayStation tournaments, one-on-one fight nights after this.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the PlayStation tournaments, the one-on-one fight nights here, Invitational for North America. We're playing some Street Fighter 5. Myself, Jammers, on commentary alongside Ultra David. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the action as much as we have. David, how are you feeling right now?
Oh, I'm having a good time as always, watching some Street Fighter from across North America. And, you know, these players got involved in order to get here. And I see people in the chat talking about, oh, you know what? Quote, it'd be dope to compete in this. Well, I have just the way for you to be able to do that. You can head over to compete.playstation.com. There's stuff going on all the time for Street Fighter 5 and for lots of other things as well. If you do want to play fighting games in tournaments, or again, lots of other stuff as well, that's a great spot to do it. It's also nice, you know, I see people in the chat saying maybe they want to get involved, but you know, maybe in the future, maybe down the road, get involved. You know, people are cool, all right? People are going to be cool. If you don't have to be the best in the world before you enter tournaments. In fact, nobody is like that. Everybody who got good after they entered their first tournament. You can be part of that as well. Head over to compete.playstation.com.
Follow the link down there, put it in the chat. I'm pretty sure one of our PlayStation mods will do it. Let me tell you something. A wise man once told me, it's never too soon and it's never too late to enter a tournament. Take your time. We'll see you soon. Don't worry. Well, no. The stream's not closing. Don't worry. I'm saying we'll see you soon in the tournament.
Yeah, we'll see you soon in the tournament.
This
Also,
is what the bracket is looking like right now. If you are just joining us, this is how it is panning out right now. We are going to be heading over to the upper bracket finals with Chakali going up against Underscore. These guys have been cleaning house in their brackets right now. You can see the lower bracket down there as well. It looks like, if I'm looking at this correctly, Yanoob won his match, so he'll be waiting in the lower bracket semi-finals for the winner of Fluxwave and Shadow Ace, another Zona Poison going up against Ed. So we'll find out what's going on there shortly. But yes, as we set up for this upper final match here, David.
So Chocali, or Choco, should have mentioned this before, but he got second place at a recent major in Mexico called Thunderstruck. They had an offline tournament. He was there, and he got second. Mexico has a lot of strong players, as you can see. He's clearly one of them. And you know, it's a big showing that just happened. So congrats to him. CPT Central America West, he recently got 7th place. So he is doing good work out there these days.
But I'll tell you who's also doing good work out there in their region. Chicago, it is Underscore. He finds himself in the upper bracket right now using that Cammy. So yeah, we're going back all the way to Season 1, the debutant 16 with these characters here in the upper bracket finals. Yes, these characters have their trials and tribulations. They've had their up and downs, but here they are, still good. Well, Cammy by design will always be good. Nakali,
yeah.
Again, he got buffed to not to high heaven. It's just much, like you said, much more viable, much more threatening than he was in the past 2 or 3 seasons. So it's good to see the spot that he's in right now. Again, I feel with these two characters, you know, they've got dive kicks that function a lot differently. Obviously, Nakali's much stronger in the damage output, the vitality and stun department. So on paper, things are working in his favor at the moment. We don't see this matchup, we barely see this matchup, maybe not at all anymore in competitive play. At least throughout the online CPTs, maybe in even EVO, Street Fighter League as well. It's just something we seldom see, David.
Yeah, we rarely see Nakali in general. There's really only a few representatives of him still doing work at high level. I agree with you. I think he's in a pretty good spot. I think, as we were talking about with Sakura before, if you'd like to make Nakali work, you can absolutely do that. He's a good enough character that you can do that. Is he the best character in the game? I don't think anybody would say that, but he is very viable. He's very doable. And so far as we've seen, it's been Choco making that work. Just to reiterate as well, since we are in winners finals at this point, as you can see on the screen there, it is best of 5. So first to 3 games instead of 2 as before.
Indeed it is. So these guys have a little bit more time to adjust their strategies, download their opponents, assert their dominance. Anything you can think of when it comes to winning in a fighting game, you name it, these guys will be able to do it here as well. And it puts them in a secure spot to get at least $150. So we'll see how that goes. It's a money match at this point.
Yeah, I was going to say, one of Underscore's main tactics, go to over and over again, this match has done before, is max range drill. Not something you see many camis go to, but when you space it right, it's safe.
Yeah, I think even in certain situations, the EX version can be made +1 at best, I think it was. But again, it's a tactic he's employed early, gets the B break, but has to block it out. I'm not sure what these crouching hard kicks are for. No one's actually been ready to punish
He is
them, though.
challenging. Yeah. I mean, wow. Okay, so Choco, after having pressed so many buttons and getting meeting kicked for so many of them, oh no!
Ooh, okay, that is throw invincible. That's why he doesn't wake up Hooligan. That's interesting. That feels less risky. I'm not a Cammy player, so I don't know how to experience that.
Yeah.
It feels less risky than just doing the fully invincible move. So.
Yeah, it's a very specific call out, I guess. Oh man, again. Those drills, and that's the same way for trigger drill. If you space it right, you're safe.
And no one's really going to expect to punish it
No, it's so
anyway.
fast.
Caught out Flux. Caught out Choco here. He's already about to build super pretty early here, so...
Again, nobody looking for it at that range. That is a range where you typically don't see Cammy's attack with that.
Maybe he's trying to stop a ground pound. He's just trying to preemptively just deal with it, and he's getting the damage off of it and the knockdown, maybe, so...
Well, he's spacing on it, even if he's just looking for, to be safe on block or to find a hit. Yeah, again, I think that's what he's going for here. Yeah, he's just spaced it correctly almost every time.
Yeah. I'd love to ask him about that,
Oh, hey!
Choco is absolutely perplexed at the moment, overwhelmed, activates that V trigger. Let's see if we can get this chase down. Good choice. Very good choice here.
Yeah, big damage. Oki after.
I wouldn't be surprised if he did wake up super to get out of the corner, just firmed it. Told you. There you go.
Oh, but not out of the corner. He took the risk on the one that ends up close.
I was half right. I'll take that.
Oh, there you go. Right. There you go.
Oh, man. That dive kick again.
Well, he's right back, just within 8 seconds, right back to where he wanted to be. Yeah, knocked down yet again. Okay.
Oh. If he committed to that dive kick, David, that would have been fat counter hit damage.
That would have been cool. There are so many things that Cammys just rarely do that Underscore has made a huge part of his game, and they're super effective right now.
That's what
B skill as well. We've seen 3 B skills from him in the matches we've seen.
That's what distincts his style from the rest,
Yeah, definitely. He's making it work well.
Good block. Walks away. Yeah, he doesn't even have to overexert himself right now, but he takes a jump. He's still got the dive kick to work with as a threat. He could have anti-aired there, but didn't.
She's still a threat at that range, and look how Choco was so worried about it. You see him blocking it out? Okay, well, now he's fine. The knockdown. No, yet again? Again, that is just a go. That is his tool, and he makes it work extremely well. Before that corner series that ended up with Underscore's victory, as Choco was trying to walk out of the corner, he was not nearly as confident as many people would be versus Cammy at that range because of how often Underscore has gone to that drill. He had to respect it, right? He had to look for that because that is something that he has been hit by so many times at this point. So rather than being able to dash, rather than being able to even just walk out, he felt like he was stuck, and Underscore used that to his advantage.
Yeah, listen, Underscore's Cammy style will make anybody uncomfortable, but I can see that mixed in with the solidity there. You look, he's waking up with the hooligan for the throw invincibility. He's doing these well-spaced drills, as you mentioned. He's picked V skill 1. If that doesn't tell you enough, then I don't know what does. But again, he's just so good at throwing people off. When he gets that command grab there, Choco does, puts him in the corner. There you go, pressure being applied. Low forward into the stomp. That should be the round. There you have it.
Well, regardless of what Underscore is doing in neutral, when Choco finds his offense, he's still looking good.
100%. Here we go. Gets that tick throw from the light kick. Remember, that is a slight advantage there for Cammy on block. And he's trying to slowly creep his way out of the corner here. Has to block again. Back throw. He's always trying to take his turn back there from the crouching meeting kick because it is negative.
Here we go. Oh yeah, interesting.
I feel if you're... Woo! Okay. I'm not sure if Cammy could have got anything there, but it's probably better that he didn't try.
That has worked so many times. This is super.
This is amazing.
It is a very interesting style of Cammy. Yeah, he makes you think about things that most Cammys do not. Most of the time against Cammy, you're not that worried about hooligan. You're not that worried about V-Skill 1. You're not thinking about that drill at that range. But all that stuff together really adds to the mental stack, and you can see it being troublesome for Chokali.
Yeah, how he's just mentally overwhelming you. And again, Chakali's not been ground
That's
pounding.
not the spot.
Yeah, get the punish. He hasn't been ground pounding. Like you said, he's just been blocking it out. He just doesn't know how to take action. He wants Cammy to have a move that connects against him before he takes his turn back. He's not initiating anything. Yeah, see, he's not initiating anything.
Yeah, you're right.
Rev. And again, he's just letting a lot of these things rock when he could be anti-airing them, but he's just not sure. Such a precarious situation here for Choco, but let's see, maybe a fat jump in or something will do it for him.
There you go. Wow. Oh, the V skill. Oh, no.
Got away unscathed.
Missed the dive kick. Well, he would have gotten anti-aired anyway, looks like. Here's Choco. Okay. In trouble.
He has to firm this. He actually has to firm this. Yeah, he had to firm it. That was rough. That was unfortunate there because we did see it. He walked slightly backwards, then forward, tried to input that reversal uppercut. Didn't quite work out. And it's the thing, it was at that range where, despite being able to do it, you could mentally be ready. When you're trying to realign your position, the dive kick can catch you while you're still inputting the move. I've been telling people this about certain moves when you're reacting. It's like you could be caught out, and this is what I was telling Vicious when you guys were doing the CPT West. He tried to interrupt the low forward fireball, and he tried to interrupt with the DP, and he was still inputting the move. It happens to people, man.
Sure. It takes some milliseconds to do that.
Yeah.
Not instant.
Okay, let's see. He's 2-0 down here, Choco. I think he just needs to feel a bit more confidence or regain that confidence back to kind of use more tools from the Kali in this matchup. I feel he's just doing things out of trepidation or just waiting, you know?
Well, I do see more activity from him in this round so far. Even though he got anti-aired, I'm happy to see him jump forward, something he did so rarely in the previous game. Just trying to find offense a little bit more proactively, which is good to see.
There's a dive kick. Again. I think he's trying to catch him throw tech in. That must be the only thing he's doing it for. Hold on. Do reversal.
It is such a unique cameo, yeah.
This would throw anybody off.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm not saying anything negative about it. I love it. This is so cool. So cool.
Of course. Do you know what would be worse if these two faced each other the first two? It would have been a lot worse.
Yeah. Oh, no!
Boy. Oh, man. All right. Yeah,
So it's match point to get into grand finals here for Underscore.
And do you know what, David? It feels like he's been worried about nothing. He's just been... Yeah, look at that. That tells me
That's a bad sign. Absolutely right. Yeah.
Man. And he didn't really do that at all in the previous two games. Blocks that. Maybe another reversal might be incoming if he's not careful. Got button.
No cancel. But, I mean, it's all coming up Underscore anyway.
I don't know how he's going to come back from this. If he does, it's got to be like a dash into something, but...
Oh, that's a great start. Yeah, grab. Underscore's defense has been largely about blocking into V reversal, so here's Choco blowing that up. Great work. Forward throw, though.
Okay. Swaying it out, and here we go. What you observed before, David, is dangerous, and he knows it as well. He can't even react to super. He cannot even do that.
Okay, there's... Yeah. That is enough! Oh, boy. Underscore 87. I really love what we saw out of him. I thought he gave such an interesting look. Yeah, very important to point out that at the end, that was a great example of 3 games of Choco being uncomfortable at a region against Cammy that most people, you don't need to be uncomfortable against. He was almost frozen, even with V-Trigger and Akali, worried about V-Trigger drill from 3/4 screen. And I get it. Like, that was such an important part of the match. I understand why.
Yeah, and do you know what? I've been saying this about this game for the longest time now. It's, yes, you can study a matchup, you can get the intricacies down here and there, but it's one thing you can never get too accustomed to is one player's style with a character. Because he's, I'll be with you, he's probably played a couple of cammies, maybe he's been a bit rusty in the matchup, but I tell you what, wherever Underscore goes, that cammy is going to do damage because people will just not be used to that at all. They'll get hit with a full screen drill and they're like, oh my word, like,
I think
what's
you're
happened? Is that they even like again, they might get a knockdown, favorable Oki situation, go for a throw, or they might go for a delay, and it does hooligan. And it's like, oh my word, what am I dealing with?
Yeah, there was so much stuff. Even the V skill. I mean, typically if I see a Cammy do V skill at range, like you can just press a button into it. You know what I mean? But if there's also drill to think about, and there's also dive kick to think about still, and there's also hooligan, I guess, to think about, like that's just adds to the stack, and it's going to be more difficult to recognize something like V skill 1 on reaction than otherwise it would be. So as a kind of cohesive Cammy style, I think it makes a lot of sense.
Well, do you know what? You play it to your strengths and you find out what works for you. That is what Underscore's comfortable with. We can't knock that. Well played. Look, it's put him in the grand final. We're just here backseat gaming, being a bunch of commentators.
I love it. all the props to him. I like what we're seeing so far.
For sure. For sure.
So in the meantime, down in loser's side, you can see that it's Flux Waves and Yanoob, aka Cobb and Ethan, coming through. And that's what we are going to head down to next. We're going to losers semifinals. This is back, by the way, to a best of 3. It's not considered a final.
Yes.
Only winners finals, losers finals, and grand finals are considered finals. So those will all be best of 5. But here in losers semifinals, we're back to best of 3.
Okay, so Flux Waves, Yanoob, he's got 2 choices. Well, he's got 3, if we really want to be picky about it. He's got 2 choices. He can go for the aggressive style and go with the Mika pick. He can try poison. I think it's a little bit... I do think it's in Manat's favor. I've spoken to Rikaman about this as well. It really depends on your neutral options and how you try and navigate the orb with the whip. V-Trigger 2 is probably a good option if you're going to pick the poison, but why would you wait for a command grab to be unlocked in a V-Trigger when you can have a command grab from the get-go? And then have access to something else. So that's probably one of the things when you're playing, even with the famous item combination with Laura and Poison. That's the choice he has there. So I wouldn't be surprised if Flux Waves picks Mika in this matchup here, just to kind of just galvanize and scare Yanoob a bit, you know?
Sure, I could see that. Make it more difficult for her to feel comfortable in situations.
Obviously, she doesn't like either command grab, the EX Brimstone for the hard knockdown, you know, the giant swing for the damage output. And he has gone with poison. Okay. I think he picked V skill 1.
I think it was.
Did I see V skill 1?
Can't start the show.
I think you're right.
Right?
Let's see. And they were let the intros rock. I like that.
Believe in fate.
Mutual respect.
Round 1.
V skill
Yeah.
1. Yeah, okay. So this is interesting. I don't think there's anything super specific that the V skill 1 stops. It actually does more damage than V skill 2 stuff. But I know what he's doing. Yeah. You just take advantage of people not knowing V skill 1 because of the buffs it got. So you're just like, right, I'm gonna just do it and see if they can react to this.
Is this like particularly hard for somebody who doesn't have a DP and a bad V reversal to deal with?
Well, the thing is, crouching attacks avoid it. So if he does crouch fierce or like crouch jab, it will beat the V skill. But because I think Flux thought about this and he was like, maybe I should come up with a strategy or just pick V skill 1 and see what he does.
Well, that round 1 was fantastic, if so.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, oh, there you go.
Did it a bit late, but yeah. See, he's learning on the fly what to do, but like, yeah,
maybe just remembering.
Flux is just taking advantage of it.
Woo! Oh, wow. Enforcing the situation here in the corner. Yanoob has yet to get trigger going. Here we go.
Yes. Good anti-air there, and the blocks there. I think he thought he was going to go over crossover, but he gets that back throw for his troubles. Pressure being applied, has to hold this. He thought he's going to throw.
Oh, and with the added gray. Oh, that was nice. That was enough to kill.
Now, it may look incredibly messy to a lot of people what he's doing, but I promise you there is a method to this madness. It's just to see what Yanoob does. He spent bar.
Yeah.
He sat there and took it a lot of the time. He's probably going to message Flux after to say, how do you deal with that? Because, and this is a good time to do it, because if he loses this, he's out of the tournament. Might as well take 2 games, take your chances.
Sure. By the way, we're in top 4, and 4th place is already at $50.
Yep. There you go. See? Look at that. He just doesn't know how to deal with it. And he hasn't got V-Trigger yet.
Oh, what a roundhouse timing. Man, Flux Waves is playing. I love this style.
You cannot take
The
your foot off-
jerkery.
Yeah, look, you cannot take your foot off the gas for a second in terms of blocking that because he'll just go immediately into roundhouse. That's a full combo. So he has to stand up and block. But there is a mix-up behind it. But like Flux hasn't felt the need to go to layer 2 yet still. Reads him in. Yeah.
Hey.
He's getting it now. I wonder if he's figured it out. This is much
Is there
better
much
from
other
the-
utility there? Can you like get over a Fierce maybe?
No, like you're probably better off just with punishing Manat stand Fist with Crouch Fist or Heart Rate. I don't think you want to take that risk, and he's being overly aggressive anyway because he knows, yeah, see, he can just keep doing this. And he'll do it again. There you go. Get the damage.
Yo, sick.
That's the damage. Back throw will do it though. Yeah, he tried.
Okay, here we go. Yanu finally first big activation in the offense. Great D. Oh, not for long though. And the low is gonna end up doing it here for Yanu.
And there you have it. He's got a round on the board finally. This is what happens when you can stop the V skill at least once. To make Flux Waves think about something. Yeah, change up his options. Make sure it isn't as easy for him to just get in with that perfume swing. There you go. Pressure being applied. Yeah, see, look at the difference when you just stop it once. Look at the difference.
Oh, nice timing. Yeah, shut it down yet again.
There you go. What a difference it makes. Allows him to play neutral much longer. Get that pressure. Looking really good here for your noob. Jumps over, does Flux.
Again, shut down. He's got us. Maybe time to move on here.
And this is the thing, because he's got him fixated on that, Flux still thinks he can be stubborn with it and get a hit because the other options don't really knock Manat down. He wants a knockdown.
There you go. What a recovery by Yanub. It seemed like it might have been a straight 4 rounds, and as he started to figure out how to handle that V skill 1, you could see he really recovered.
Yeah, and this is what it is. This is why it's super important, because that V skill, it did get buffed. It's not invincible. I can promise you that much. There are ways around it. You just have to be ready. I think probably because Flux did try to do a couple of flip kicks to get in, but I think it was a bit too predictable. I'm not sure if he's going to go to that well a bit too often by doing more V-skill ones. Yeah, see, because if he plays this game, Poison doesn't win. That's why I try to take advantage of what, like, the lack of knowledge that your noob had of V-skill 1 before.
Oh, he got pretty far with that. No.
Oh, what a whiff punish. This goes to Fear, walks forward, there's a crouch fist, gets the hit.
Oh, sick.
Oh,
Directly into offense here. That was great.
Hey, he could have got a combo from that as well, actually, because you can cancel that into the web swing. But, oh, he could lose from this, David.
He's really trying to chase. Corner. Is this enough?
Yeah, that's it.
Wow. Okay. That's match point suddenly for you, noob.
What a turnaround here. And then again, let's see if Flux have anything left in the tank. Still seems like he's slightly adjusted his plan. Hopefully it's a strong contingency plan here because he needs to take it to the final round. There you go, gets the confirm from the EX Heart Rate first hit. No stun yet.
Oh, try the Fierce.
Universal. Has to hold it. Doesn't want to get thrown just yet. Yeah, I think he tried to throw.
Okay.
Keep doing it. Dead. That's it, man. If you're not ready to wake up with a crouching bind at the start, you will get hit, and he's doing the safe option by blocking. He's not going to V-shift there, so...
But even in blocking, I kind of like the result for Flux Waves. He gets to push the opponent into the corner and away from the orb a lot of the times.
Yes. That's a very good observation there. Well, whoever gets first blood actually might take this round. Let's find out. Crouch fist. Just waiting for that opportune moment to do the web swing. He's going to do it shortly. Oh, okay. Interesting choice there with the Soul Spiral.
Aye, what a jump. First time he's neutral jumped at that spot.
Yeah, well, he's still in a bad spot here. He's going to web swing back in a minute. Oh!
Oh, does the roundhouse put it to the other side sooner?
Yeah, I think so.
I think that does.
Filthy there from your noob, and he got hit by the orb. That's a good answer. If he gets hit, that's going to be a combo to super. Oh no! Oh!
But really nothing for him not to be able to do there. Grab.
He can do EX flip kick if he's close enough. That's the only thing I can think of. I don't know if Flux is going to do it, but maybe he wants to trade? Oh no! What? Oh no! The reversal there from your noob.
Oh, he just dive kicked into it. Wow. And it does work out after all 4 Flux waves. He needed to change up the strategy as things went on there, but ultimately he did make it work.
Well played there. Clutch stuff from Flux waves. I'm thinking maybe your noob thought he could bait the EX up whip and then try and close the gap from that. Maybe that's what he's thinking. But again, you're playing a very dangerous game against a lot of characters that got long-reaching attacks from situations like that, and he got clipped by the medium heart rate to end the set there. So well played to Flux. I'm fortunate because, you know, I wish that was a best of 5, first to 3, because I would have wanted to see that just go on a little bit longer to see how much more comfortable your noob would have felt that about the V-Skill 1, as well as how Flux would have... He was adjusting and he threw out other moves as well, but he just looked incredibly obstinate, just like, you know what, V-Skill 1 is the way to do it. I'm going to just roll with that. Plan A.
Look, it could have been first to 3 if these guys had not lost. That was up to them. They're the ones who put themselves into losers by losing. So as a result, we're in the top 3 now. It will be Chocali up next in losers finals. Here's a look at the bracket.
Yes, there you go. What a day we've had so far. We're coming to the closing moments. This should be the penultimate set. Yes, the losers final. So we do have Choco going up against Flux. Flux should probably be sticking with Poison the whole way through. Nikali versus Poison, yes. He might go with V-Skill 1. V-Skill 1 is a good choice here as well.
Okay, that makes sense, yeah, to get over V-Skill 1.
Yeah, it's hard to do. You can't really do it on reaction. There's a little bit of anticipation towards it, but at least from my knowledge, there have been a couple of Nikali players that have been scared of the V-Skill 1 over the V-Skill 2. But I feel you can pick either V-Skill because you can use V-Skill 1 for extra damage as well as helping out in neutral. But V-Skill 2, you can actually use it as an anti-air option because if Nikali jumps, you just cartwheel under. And if you see the dive kick, just continue to hold the buttons, and then the follow-up from the cartwheel actually punishes the dive kick. I use it all the time to get out of the corner when they want to get in.
Interesting.
The V-Skill options in this matchup are, you know what, there's plenty of them, and you can utilize them to the best of your ability. I would love to see, again, how this pans out in the best of 5 because Choco, I'm learning more about his gameplay today because I'm like, okay, I'm not sure how much experience you have against certain characters against a high level because, again, he got thrown off heavily by _'s Cammy, and she's been around for a while, so what goes to say he might not get thrown off by V-Skill 1 Poison, you know? It's all hypothetical at this point, but it could be practical in just a couple of minutes, David.
Well, if that does happen, then it would be interesting to see him adapt because it is a first to 3. So now he will have more games to adapt. It's going to be harder to take it in a first to 3 if you have kind of a shenanigan in the way that Flux Waves came into the last set. Flux Waves is going to know that too. It's not quite as easy to win with tricks in a longer set.
Yeah, gimmicks can take you only so far, but I will say probably one of the key things I've learned about Choco today is unorthodox playstyles, unorthodox tactics, or 1 or 2 gimmicks throw him off and actually deter him from using probably 50% of the Kali's toolset, and that you're doing a lot of mental damage if you can do that.
Yeah,
like,
that's a good point.
That alone is a very big thing there. So we'll see if he's not going to be as afraid. You know, maybe not as many options. Yes, you got to respect crouch fierce. You got to block heart rate for a little bit. He might be a bit more audacious with jumping. He might feel a bit more confident. Let's just see how it goes. He's got to deal with heart rate just like everybody else, but
V-Skill 2 after all for Poison.
Yeah, okay. Safer pick. Oki options, and if he does know the anti-air tech, that'll be interesting to see as well, but we'll see.
Oh, I really like this dashing around from Flux Wave so far.
Go. So yeah, just to make sure he doesn't get super comfortable with just doing the ground pounds.
Yeah.
I think another thing you can do as well is if you block the ground pound super close, if you're not already doing a preemptive crouch fierce like he did there, you can do reversal light lock me tender, because when there's space, it's actually pretty difficult to punish.
Okay.
Just throw. Already a counter hit there, racking up the stun. No, come on, grab yet.
Classic Nikali sequence in the corner. Looks like walks the blocks. Does not beat skill out. Oh, he's stuck.
Oh, okay, worked out. He can get a side swap here. He's gonna go for the full combo. He's not dead though. Yeah, still alive. One guess for the game. Delay jab. Or just throw him. Call it a day. 4 resources there in that first round from Choco.
Oh, into nothing though on the medium kick. Here we go.
Let's check.
Ah, yeah, that was fantastic timing.
Typical sequence and gets the throw tech there as well. Lovely stuff there from Flux. Still trapped in the corner though. Side swap. Spin the bar. There you go. Maximize that burn damage. Let's see what he's got. Oh, frame trap.
Choco finally tired of it. Huh. Physical timing was unusual there.
Not looking good.
Oh, roundhouse, just in case that was actually a whiff. That was awesome.
Good back dash there. Wow, the timing. Okay, lovely stuff there. Maybe delayed tech, maybe a delayed jab there from Flux, but it worked out. It's interesting because situations like that, there's something I've been noticing when obviously playing a lot of other people and just seeing even when Idom and Fudo play this character as well. People with a 3-frame, they're not afraid to challenge in certain situations because if you got the reversal, you know Poison wants to delay. So sometimes they'll just go for their 3-frame. If they get the counter hit, they get the full confirm. But he went for the reversal there, Choco, and it didn't work out, unfortunately. Sweet. Nice jump.
Yeah. Effective.
Lovely jump.
Yeah, he had seen that V-skill just in that same situation in the last round. Oh. Choco finding the corner. Yes, grab.
Nice.
Ooh, wow. Choco's in. Finally, the sequence does work out.
If you make it work out, it works out because Poison's options are very limited there. What, you just have to firm it, take the grab, maybe get a lucky V-shift into the break, probably. Like, it's hard for it to get out of that, you know, incessant pressure in the corner from Nikali, so. Crouch fist there, be careful because if he blocks that, Super can punish it. Push counter again. Seen a lot of those.
Yeah, no overcommitment there by Choco.
Yeah,
that roundhouse timing right there. Starting to block here. Oh, Flux Flip steals the turn out of the corner.
Yeah, I'm loving the space in there as well. Wow, he took the risk with that reversal, David. Oh, there you go.
Oh, it's not enough though. That one hit whiff. But hey, all right. Choco back in the thick of things, 1-1.
See, and this is why I brought up the cartwheel tech against the dive kick, because situations where it gets super tense, you're most likely just going to press crouch and medium punch, forgetting that Nikali can do the dive kick. Whereas if you just do the V skill, you're still instantly reacting, you're just avoiding something and still give yourself a little bit of a lifeline to keep yourself in the dogfight, you know? They are throwing out their hard kicks with malicious intent, I'll tell you that much.
That's a chance. Well, just a little bit there.
Pressure, get that ground pound away, gets the low forward, hitting a lot of lows here. Hey, there you go.
He tried, yep.
He's doing it now. Yeah, he's doing it now. The heart rate check. And there you go, another reversal there. Activation shortly, but good V-shift there from Flux. Didn't want to deal with that guess.
Oh, man, here we go. Choco's got the corner. What a challenge.
He had to. You had to get some sort. You had to get some sort of space. He needed it. Okay, can he get this round though? Yeah.
Maybe Choco thought that he had done enough EXTPs that Flux Waves would let him wake up safely, but that was not the case.
I don't blame it. I think a lot of people would have that same philosophy, that same mindset. Crush counter again. And these guys have been getting crush countered a lot. Looks away. Good view reversal, didn't want to deal with it. He's not in a position to deal with that right now. He's playing it patient.
Oh, there we go. We have not seen that many confirms from him, but there's one.
Raid into the Abbott, good block. Oh, this is going to be a lot of damage here, David. It's going to be guessed for stun as well. Is Choco going to do another reversal? No, he waits. Oh!
He was still stuck there.
Well. This is it. And you know what? Like, Poison, people talk about Poison, like how strong she is, being top 3. That's great. One of the reasons I feel like, again, her toolset is so strong is you're at risk of being stunned from half screen. Not many characters can do that. It's like you have to sit there and block the crouch fierce because the crouch fierce can stun you. Heart rate can get you. One hit from an anti-air can get you. It's like just so many half screen options that's so good at trying to get that stun.
Yeah, no doubt.
Oh, the dash don't get it. Oh, no.
The extra layer.
Not dead yet, though. Oh, he's running away with it, David.
Yeah, that's match point. Flux Waves. Choco is in trouble.
He can still come back, though.
Yeah, when he's had his own offense, he's looked fine. Never got a chance to do anything in that round, though, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah, they're just throwing out that hard kick with malicious intent again. And he didn't go for the meaty dive kick this time around. It is safe. Come on, grab straight to the corner. Don't know if we're going to see a V-shift, though. Well, yeah, he's going to hold it. Check, I like that. That was going to be safer block anyway if they didn't work out.
Oh, nice. It's Choco answer. Oh, he has had that in the past. Not this time. In a key moment. Losing the corner. And what could be the final round. Here's Flux Waves.
And he's dead. Yeah, he took the risk.
That is bad news. Yeah.
Stun. Still got Molotov. Still got the bar. Closes it out there. Flux Wave taking it over Choco. 3-1 in the lower final. Managed to make it work out, man. There were a couple of glimpses where Choco felt like he could have just taken the lead or heck, run away with the set, but made it work out. Looked tough, but you know what? Flux is riding that momentum. He beat Shadow Ace 2-1, beat your noob 2-1, which you saw moments ago. Now he's won in that lower final 3-1 and advances to the grand final, David.
Where he's going to play against Underscore. This is a match we saw already. Underscore versus Flux Waves was in the semifinals, and it was a 2-0 in that one for Underscore. As you mentioned, seemed like a difficult matchup for Flux Waves to deal with.
And it was interesting because the style that Underscore implemented against Flux Wave was completely substantially different to what he did against Choco in those matchups there. So maybe Underscore, again, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. He might stick with the same strategy, or he might try and incorporate a little bit of what he did against Choco against Flux because it's a longer set now. Yeah. Flux has got that momentum from that losers run. So we could be seeing a little bit of a change. I don't feel he's going to be doing a character swap again, because sometimes I feel when you do have the luxury of getting that run back in tournament, because not a lot of players get that run back they want. It's like, okay, you feel as if your plan didn't work the first time. And it's like, okay, it might be another first to 2. This time it's a first to 3. I've got a little bit more time. Let's just pay attention to what he does. And then we'll try and unlock those layers, unfold things from there. So fingers crossed we get a different outcome here, David.
Hey, that's certainly what Flux Waves is going to be looking for. Take a look at the bracket here just to remind you all of what we have seen so far. So there's the grand finals up there on the top right. Underscore 87 FGC. Flux Waves will be the opponent. And just to briefly check out, Underscore has not dropped a game in this tournament so far.
That deserves credit indeed. Start to finish on fine form, learning those matchups, playing it to a T. And again, listen, he's online, he's a warlord. And you don't get to a warlord by a fluke, I can tell you that much. there. Again, keep an eye on this dude, man. His socials, his gameplay. He'll be running riot in this game, and you know what? When they show off how Cammy works in Street Fighter 6, I'm pretty sure he'll be doing the same thing over there as well. But he's coming to collect as much money as he can for Elisa. But hey, who's going to make it difficult for him? It's going to be Flux on the loser side, or the lower side of this grand final there. Playing strong with the poison. One of the best in the game. Cammy's not like in that top 5 bracket anymore. Like, she can still do something. It's just a lot of work. Some people say it's strenuous. Some people will just get, you know what, she can still do it. If you are going to do it, Cammy, you need help. But it depends what bracket and tournament you're in. So, Mika!
It is Mika that he goes to here. He did not like how that went last time so much that it is the character switch.
So, let me see. Cammy's got solid answers to drop kick, DP, and standing hard kick. I'm going to see if Flux tries to jump a lot, but gets the buffer from the stand medium punch.
Yeah.
Already a better start.
Yeah, looking great, actually. Yeah, all right.
If that's what we're on today, okay. Yeah, trying to check a button or something. And you know what? I like this from Flux. Can he get a throw? Nah, doesn't even need it. Forgot this round. Yeah, I like this from Flux because before, with Poison, you go from defense to offense. Mika, he can just hit the ground running. So yeah, he's going to make Underscore think about certain things. So I completely agree with this.
Underscore's defense has been so much about V reversals as well, and that's a risk to take against Mika. If that's your go-to, you can get command grab, as we saw.
And he might feel more confident in anti-airing Cammy with the wingless airplane because the X version is fully invincible. Oh, sorry, it's invincible to air attacks. Yeah. Nice.
Side switch in the mix. Yeah. Oh, but command grab it was, and Underscore's out.
Too far to get the forward medium punch there, David.
Oh. That is what he was looking for. Hold on a second, though. He actually recovered in time, just like that corner.
Wow. How he has mixed that up and stayed consistent and confident. He did a V-shift to avoid the grab. It worked. And then we saw Flux try to neutral jump to anticipate a V-shift, and guess what? He did hooligan and he grabbed him in the air. This guy is an absolute genius.
Yeah, you're really thinking ahead right there, that's for sure. He was already on the next layer of Yomi.
Yeah, I'd be befuddled, I'm telling you that much. Goes back to the neutral here.
You know, he's doing a really good job, too, that is to say Flux Waves, of dashing outside of where Drill would even be. Well, okay, great movement by Underscore, but Flux Waves has played with his own movement enough that that's rarely been easy.
Yes. There we go, drop kick into that, goes for the meaty medium kick there. Reversal, side swap, yep. Good grab. Good escape. Try to chase down something that he couldn't, that wasn't going to work because there's no V-shift available, but I can see why he's doing that.
Super's on deck here. We've seen him do Wake Up Super before. He does it again. Is it the close one? It is! Wow. It's going to be dash grab. Or for the grab, I should say. Maybe for kill. What do we got? Yeah, okay.
Shift away. You know what? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Pokes it out with the standing medium kick, does Underscore. Hectic first game with that Mika, but again, Underscore taking another game, and that's 3 games in a row for him now. That's correct, yeah, because he won 2 over 4. It's 1-0. Now, this is interesting. I always think when Cammy players do the wake up super in the corner, they're just going to escape, but some of them will take that risk because it's what? That's a raw 340 damage on the table that you can potentially get, so they're willing to take that risk. Go for it.
3-framer, very fast.
Yeah. The reversal away. Wow, that stand hard punch hit super late. Check. Oh man, I love this. No throw. Wow.
Oh.
And he waited as well. You see that like kind of hesitation in that David, and he gets thrown for his troubles.
Yeah, light into grab as well. Safe versus V-Rev. Which again has been big for defensive choices for Underscore. Here's the confirm yet again from Flux Waves. He's got the corner already.
Presses away.
Oh, beautiful spacing by Flux Waves. Command grab and V-shift yet again. The defense comes out to play.
He's trying to backdash that to the unsafe dive kick there. Good punish. We'll take that tap. And he's trying to bait a DP, but like Underscore's reacted to this stuff. He can't get the kill though. Yeah, just about. Wow, he did another light one. He's so confident in his defensive choices. It's unbelievable. I'd be careful. Yeah, he wants to grab the hell out of him right now. You got to V-shift out of him, mate.
Uh-oh.
No.
Grab, though.
Yeah.
Yes,
No.
nicely done. Oh, to the other side. Frame advantage.
You're crazy.
Oh, they both have good closers.
Flux, just do XP. He's not going to do it. Oh, I don't know what he's going to do.
Oh, it's turn.
David, I can't.
Again, plus frames. Oh, my God.
Wow, and he kept himself slither of health in this fight. Do you know what? Flux must be extremely frustrated right now. How he's
I think there's a good likelihood of that, yeah.
And he chased him with
Okay.
a drop kick. That's what he wanted before, but it didn't quite work out. Wake up button.
You know, he's had all these defensive choices.
They've all worked, but
They
I don't think
have.
one of them hasn't worked. This is insane. I want whatever this guy's drinking.
Oh, denying so many of the customers activates. Finally, one comes. And here, finally, is the big read Flux Waves mixed.
Is he going to try and walk up grab?
Okay. Regular butt is enough.
Yeah, okay. And sometimes, you know what? I like this about player mentality. It's, you say to yourself, eventually, you're going to make the wrong choice. All the defensive options were working. He did some of the most extravagant ones to the ones that were just something that myself and David are used to seeing in high-level play. And then the one time he did a reversal, it missed. That's it. You were eventually gonna miss.
Yeah.
Alright. This is only game 3, ladies and gentlemen. This is crazy. Dive kick again. He's dashing up now. You're going for a more aggressive approach. Oh!
Say what?
Yeah, Executioner. He did not want that.
Oh, yeah, I would hope so. I don't know. Whatever. Let's get wild.
I know
Let's
he's
get
super
wild.
confident, but that's not something you want to do.
No.
Say that from me. And he cleared game!
And he finds the hit afterward.
How does he do this? How on earth did he do this?
Hey, here's Flux Waves. And he's so worried he just walked backwards. If you've seen Amika just back off like that, he feels more comfortable and neutral, it looks like, than he does up close.
Just weighing it out here. Oh dear. Guess for the game. What to... No! Oh!
The old Okie Dog. I haven't seen it in so long. Let's go underscore.
I'm not going to lie to you, David. I forgot she could do that.
Right? I would have been hit by that. Absolutely. It's been years since I've seen that.
Wow. Yeah, that's been so long. I'm actually speechless.
That was so sick. All this. Look, man, I think Cammy, played by most people, is one of the most boring characters in the game. I'll be honest. This looks like a blast. Like,
yeah,
I could see myself playing like this. This looks like it's a lot of fun.
He's having the time of his life right now. Can't jump. He could have got counter hit confirming to super, but not going to spend it here. There we go. Remember Typhoon, get the damage, reduce that deficit. 240 is a lot against a character like Cammy. Oh! He waits? Yeah.
Okay.
And
Super's going to be here. It's going to be for kill.
No.
No. It's not going to be.
Not quite. No. He has to take 2 throws. He's, he doesn't want to take throws, David. There's one.
Yes.
No!
Hey, the quick one comes out to rescue.
Wow. It feels like I've been watching these two for an eternity, but it's only game 3. All right, there we go. Straight to the corner with the EX Peach confirm. Trying to just get that buffer from the standing fist. They're not quite working out. Still has a super on deck. Good trade from the V-Skill 2. Still trying to bait something. I'm loving the patience here from Flux as well. He really wants to clip a button from Underscore, but Underscore is aware of that. Just waiting for his opportune moment to press the correct button or get a huge amount of damage here.
Oh, yeah. Nice catch on the ground. Oh,
Thanks.
Backdash is correct.
Oh, what was
interesting.
that?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Look, you got frozen. Oh,
you're
that
dead.
may be
That's
it.
dead. Yeah, that's dead.
That's a 900 right there, deleted.
Wow. Your health bar got backspaced indeed. And we see Flux Waves coming back into it, staying in this fight. Again, he has to be as active as he possibly can. There is patience, but you can still see the neutral what he's doing, right? Trying to stop a dash because, remember, Underscore was getting away with a lot of dash before, so he's putting out
Yes.
stand medium kicks. He's putting out crouch and light kicks. He's got the meter to do stand medium punch into EX Peach. He's putting that away, but he has to be conscious of the dive kick as well, David. There we go.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. Let's
Hey,
go.
wherever floats your boat, man. I'm
No,
going
it's
grand finals.
awesome. Yeah.
The reversal. Waiting again, and a neutral jump fierce.
Okay, yeah, in a very unorthodox time. Oh, no.
These guys are slugging it out right now. Has to block. There's a nice delayed V reversal there from Flux.
Great awareness, though, by Underscore to shut the jump down.
I wouldn't be surprised if he did some sort of hooligan at this point. I really wouldn't be surprised, but closing it out with a low.
Yeah, I was looking for something like a back off into max space dive kick, but the sort of traditional cami pressure was maybe what caught Flux Waves off.
Yeah, I think this is, look, it shows you how versatile Underscore is as a player using Cami, and he does it again. Doesn't get the hit, but it's working. I don't know why it's working.
Still on turn on the approach. Whip punish not there, but Underscore still has the corner.
He blocks. Another throw. Can he get another one? No, he. Well, there it
He's
is,
getting
but-
wild. Super's on deck. Okay, Flux Waves. Gets the grab. It's his own turn now. He was worried about
The
DP.
grab. Yeah.
Oh, he was worried about DP first, not after the trigger, though. And the defensive choices still come out to play and still do good work for Underscore.
What's really interesting is the fact when going up against a character, because look, the majority of Mika's toolset is throws, right? Her throws are prevalent Street Fighter 5. It's how confident Underscore is just going for the hooligan on Wake Up as a defensive option and still being able to just work his way around and get that positional advantage, you know, in the corner especially. That's what's really working out. The reversal.
I feel like we've seen Flux Waves. Oh, here we go. I've seen him back off, I would say, a little bit more than I typically see him. I was wondering if he would try to go in more. Maybe he did right there, but it just got shut down right away.
Yeah, but look what happened before. The same thing happened with Choco. Same thing's happening again.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to deal with this.
Yeah.
Jumps. Not dead yet. Activate for the guaranteed mix-up.
Okay.
You have it. What a turnaround here. Can Flux reset the bracket? I wonder. Oh, has Underscore got something to say about it? Slow down. Guess he's aware of the situation. He slowed down a little bit.
Okay, we've seen that a couple of times there from Flux Waves. Continues to work.
Yeah, early life lead.
Yes.
Could have got a whiff punish there on that crouch fierce. Just not quite ready for that was Flux Waves. Delay, yeah. And there's so much block stun. That's why one of the reasons why I think that V reversal is so good still. It's because of how much block stun on the moves. It's the delayed V reversal. It will always catch you.
Yeah, it's tricky. Obviously unsafe if blocked, but still has great utility. Here we go.
Watch out. Here we go. Guess for game.
Yes! Flux Waves does get the reset. So there have been a couple of key moments where the wheel of defensive options that Underscore has brought out have failed against Flux Waves. One was to lose the first set, and another one was to lose the key game earlier on. So lots of success, but in some of those key moments that hasn't worked out how he wants.
Yeah, I mean, do you feel Underscore shouldn't change his cycle, or do you think he should go for a more safer defensive rotation, you know, delayed throw, wake up 3-frame and reversal? Because again, even the times he hasn't done hooligan, he still managed to scare. He still managed to scare Flux. But yeah. I mean, what do you think?
I think he should dance with the one what brought him. I like his style, and that's clearly the way that he plays. It's been effective. Even that, it wasn't the blow up set. He lost that in the final game. You know, it was 3-2. So I feel like it is the kind of style that can flummox the opponent, and I think that it has had some of that effect. I think I'd be surprised if he stopped doing that.
Well, again, there's $200 on the line here for first place. Both of these two, one of these two is guaranteed $150, so that's good to see. But again, that pride, the money, it's all there to play for. These guys are having a good time. nothing really changed. I think that's V-Skill 1. That looked like V-Skill 1 on Underscore's end. I could be wrong in saying.
He did use that earlier versus Chokali.
Let's find out. Yeah.
It is,
V-Skill
yeah. And again, as we mentioned before, this is much more actively offensive than previously. Yeah, he used that, the V-Skill 1, in addition to, again, max space, dive, or a drill, and dive kick, and hooligan, all those things in about mid-range.
There you go. Already got V-Trigger ready and waiting there. Activates it. When's our first dive kick coming in? Trying to get sneaky confirmed. Yeah, the light kick does the work with the range, but the jab doesn't, unfortunately. Not as magnetic as you think. Nice delay.
Yeah.
Okay, looks like he's bringing back that tactic that you observed a couple sets ago, David. So it could work here as well. Dashes forward after an aerial approach there from Cammy. Interesting. It's working out.
So good at finding that exact spot where that can be safe. Oh boy, got away with one there. Is this dead, do you think?
Yeah.
Oh no!
Didn't he?
Oh, he had V-Skill. You're right. You're right. He did have V-Skill 1 up. Yep, you're right. You're right.
Oh man, I swear that grab just gets us all. Oh boy. Flux has found his mojo here, and the momentum immediately broke, but then he swings it back in his way, David. Reversal. Ooh, got to be careful. I know why he's throwing out those fierces. Reset, what's it going to be? Is he going to jump? He waits.
Into nothing, though.
He wasn't sure, though.
Oh, boy. There we go. Underscore, never giving up in those defensive situations. Back into the mix. He's up close. Can he kill? Surely. Okay, yes. Interesting, we have seen Flux Waves hold up back twice on his wake up, and those have happened to be the 2 times when V-Skill 1 is coming out. I wonder if that's the specific read that Flux Waves is going for.
Yeah, I
trying to hit her as he falls down. You can do that.
And I feel it's kind of weird as well because he's doing it with Fierce. He's got to do it with Roundhouse, but you're just not sure what side Cammy's going to end up on, or the game doesn't want to decide, I think. All right, pressure. There we go. He's just blocking it out again. Gets that activation. Good.
Worried about DP yet again. Hold on, roll in.
Throw.
Oh, here we go. It's a big one. Not super yet, but maybe on the next hit.
Throw. Oh, good jump away there. Good jump medium kick as well. If he jumps, he could be in trouble.
Dash forward first. That's the game.
Dead.
The dash forward first.
There you go. Hui. Well, as time's gone on, and again, the last set, and before the reset, it was pretty damn close. It was pretty damn close, but it looks like, again, Flux, for the last couple of sets, he's been playing off that momentum. And rightly so. He's been using Poison the vast majority of the day. He's using Meek in the grand final. 1 game up in the reset here. What does Underscore do? All eyes on him. Already chasing him down. How he's dashed him all the way there. Missed input, unfortunately. Drop kick again. Ooh, yeah.
That is killer all the way to the corner here.
This is interesting. And then the drop kick reset, and he's going for the safe knockdown. 1 more command grab will do it. Doesn't need it.
Yeah, regular grab would be fine. That's not what came either. Flux Waves really has control.
Yeah, he somehow managed to turn the tides in his favor, asserted his dominance, and it's actually not as been as chaotic as I thought it was. So props to him. Dash up, 3-piece. Love it.
Oh, he's starting to get fast. Maybe too fast, and he got hit by a bunch of stuff.
Here we go. Down east. Swinging for the heels. Good punish. Lovely punish on the whiff. Spiral arrow there. Good escape there from Underscore. Just waiting a little bit. Got that super on Dexter's Flux, so.
Woohoo! From the front still.
Wow. Jump in. Yep, jump again. Watch out now.
Got him. You see, Flux Wave's trying to backdash to where he felt like he could be safe and then reset the situation. It was like backdash, 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 forward dash. A lot of people will get hit by that forward dash, just not looking for the forward movement, but that's not underscore. Underscore is in there making things happen already.
I mean, it can be a typical online tactic, so a lot of people will be ready for it, and then blocks the hooligan again. Good chase down here, and a throw tech. I'm not used to seeing that between these two. So unusual, but another throw tech. Here we go. Yeah, doesn't need to do anything. He's far enough away, back to neutral, safe distance. And it's what you said just a couple of moments ago, David. As soon as one of them goes far away in the neutral, they backdash away long enough to get to a safe spot. They just run straight back in afterwards.
Yeah, they're just trying to reset the situation. Nice work.
Hooligan will do it. Is he going to try it, though? Is he just
Anything will do it. In for the dive kick. Oh, come on!
Nah.
Hooligan grab and has anti-aired twice. That's not the first time we've seen it.
I was like, what did he do that 3 games ago, 4 games ago he done that? I remember that, and that was in the corner as well. And
it was.
Like, wow,
oh, man.
And what's crazy as well to me is, like, he's going for the hooligan option on wake up. He just reacted to the airborne opponent. He just like grab, and it's gonna grab it for you. So, damn, his reaction is insane. All right, there you go, unsafe, but yep. Take a leaf out of Luffy's book. Just hit him with a jab.
8. Right back into the corner though. Here's Flux Waves. Trying to put so many different layers onto this thing. Still there. Trying to swipe the sky. Anti-air's ready. Anything's gonna kill. Stun, kill, either way.
Can he come back? Throw him again. Oh, 1 step ahead. That was unfortunate, and that's not the first time that's happened, David.
There's a range where there could be drills. No, instead, maybe that was why Flux Waves actually got frozen there, expecting some kind of a drill. When you see underscore back off to that range, you think to yourself, this man's coming in with the drill.
All right, stuns racking up. Yeah. Now there's going to be scaling here, but no, he's not going to build a meet in time. No, yeah, he won't build it in time. I tell a lie, he did, because he did the other combo. I thought he was going to do the other one with a forward fierce follow-up.
Okay. That EXDP, though, is not really that terrifying for Flux Waves. Yeah. Yeah, there comes a point where getting hit by wake-up DPs, when you have such a life lead, when you feel like you're so confident in being able to get back to the right spot, that it just almost feels like it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and you know what? It took players a little while to kind of understand the risk-reward ratio in that aspect. Because it's like, oh, I want to block the reversal, but it's like, dude, if you got like 90% of your health left and he needs to break away and he wants to take that, let him do it. It's fine.
Yeah, especially ones that don't immediately snowball. Like, there's not that big of a deal.
Cool, okay, forward fist. B-shift again. Bad buffer. That was a bad buffer there from underscore. Gets the positional advantage first, so we'll take it. Good jump away. He knew what was going to happen there. He's been in that situation too often. He tried to come on grab there. I felt it.
Yes, Flux Waves was there. Okay, the break comes out. Aha.
Dude, these guys are playing like 100 miles a minute. It is crazy. Oh. He's blocking.
Oh, that's the bad spot. That's match point. That's tournament point for Flux Waves.
What a turnaround, David. What a turnaround. Character swap, strategy swap. It's working out and in a positive light as well. Good job.
Yeah, be interesting.
Damn, missed the hit confirm opportunity there from that low forward. Did underscore.
Oh no.
That could have been a big deal.
She's there for a second. It could have been.
It looks like he's scared. He's going to be reversal. He's looking for it.
Oh no. That's almost done. Oh, that is gonna be that.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, closing it out with Peach Assault, your winner of today's one-on-one Fight Night Invitational, Flux Waves with the Mika. Closing it out in style.
Using that poison to get into the grand finals, and then once there, having played against the guy who sent him to losers in the first place, having a good idea of how his opponent was going to play, the switch to Mika really paid off. Now, close first set, right? Went down to 5 games in the first set. Just a few decisions could have gone either way. But in that second set, it seemed like much more in control for Fluxwaves.
Yeah, 100%. And again, he probably reconsidered the options as he was kind of making his way back to the grand finals. I don't want to do this with Poison again. That looked very tedious, and I didn't feel like I got to play the game or use my go-to prevalent tools. Let me switch things up and see how it goes. For all we know, you know, after the bracket reset, if things didn't go the way they did in that reset set, like, you know, probably could have played Poison 1 game, see how it went. But over time, he just felt confident. And I respect him not getting deterred by just how well Underscore was cycling through those defensive options, man. There's hooligans, the reversals, the V shifts. Yes, some of them didn't work out. Maybe he just ran out of steam because some of the way he was cycling through some of those options, David, I felt they were just more accustomed to first to 2, but first to 3, it's like, okay, I think we've seen this long enough to be able to understand your wheel of defensive options. So, but you know what? I enjoyed that set. Well played to the both of them, man. Well played to the both of them.
For sure, yeah, that was a lot of fun to watch. Here's a recap of what we saw. We're gonna call it 6-2 in the grand finals. I love the phrasing. And you know, you can see that's Underscore taking it. I'm sorry, that's Fluxwaves taking it, my bad. Underscore second place, as we saw. Choco did a bunch of good work getting into that 3rd place position, and then 4th place was Yanoob. So that's your top 4. As a reminder, 1st place, $200. 2nd place, $150. 3rd place, $100, and then 4th place, $50.
Yes, well played to all the guys once again that participated in today's event. And also, like I said before, just to reiterate, shout outs to the character diversity we're seeing in these brackets, man. Seeing some matchups we rarely seen over the years. So myself and David have to rummage through our brains and go, have I seen this before? Have I not seen this before? It's like, okay, we'll just work with it anyway. But that was great to see. And of course, again, these guys are just slugging it out and having a good time still playing competitive fighting games. Great to see.
Yeah, and even on top of character diversity, playstyle diversity really showed up big time today. Obviously, most in Underscore, who played a very unique style of Cammy, but in other people's gameplay as well. The Ed player we saw before had a very unique style of Ed, for example. Like, that's one thing about where the state of the game is, in my opinion. I feel like it's a game where you can express yourself well as a player. Once you know the game well, once you know your character well, you can choose what you like to do. You can play how you like to play. And I really appreciate that about the current state of the game.
Yeah, it is indeed the Fantastic C. So, yeah, have we got anything else to promote? I believe we still have
if you are somebody who likes to play fighting games, one way to do it, one way to get involved into the scene and into the tournament scene is with compete.playstation.com. Head on over there, as you can see right below. Yes, that's it. Sign up and please get involved. Now, these are players who qualified to get into this through a qualification process. That's something that you yourself can get involved in as well. And even if you don't think that you're likely to win the whole thing, get involved. Look, the way that you get good is by playing more, by being in those tournament environments. Online tournaments are really helpful for getting into the swing of the competitive FGC. So I highly recommend checking out compete.playstation.com.
Yes, keep an eye on your local region, and you too could be winning $200 and being in the spotlight here and leveling up. Of course, like I said before, just to regurgitate, it's never too soon and it's never too late to enter a tournament there. But yeah, I believe that is about it for us today. Conclusion, David, it was a pleasure. It's always a pleasure working with someone as experienced as you. But yeah, you got any final words?
No, just happy to be able to commentate. Thanks again for staying up pretty late over there in the UK. Give my best to Richard, too. Thanks a lot for hanging out with us at home, everybody. Thanks a lot for watching. I appreciate it. This has been PlayStation Tournament Fight Nights. We're going to be signing out. Have a good one.